All right, here we go.
You're listening to Outta Nowhere. You're listening to the Outta Nowhere Wrestling Podcast. Brought to you by Wrestle Crate. WrestleCrate.com.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? It's Outta Nowhere, episode number 10. 10 freaking episodes, JD. How can you possibly stand to talk about wrestling for 10 episodes? This is unbelievable.
I don't know. How can I stand to watch fucking 10 minutes of Monday Night Raw each and every fucking week?
I don't know. I can. You know what I like about it? I get to watch your review, though, afterwards. Yeah, the sleeper hold. I call last week's episode of Monday Night Raw the sleeper hold because I wanted somebody to put me in the sleeper hold and kill me, and hopefully I wouldn't wake up again.
Man, this fucking layout looks beautiful.
This is beautiful. It accentuates how amazing our rooms look. Look at this. This is sick. Like, and look at my physique on the top right. Look at that.
I always admired your red light.
I know, because it adds an ambiance to the show over here. Like, you know what I mean? Because otherwise the walls look like yours, like yellow. Like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Or like white. But the problem is I still got the door behind me, though. So it's still like, where's that door? People always wonder where the door leads to.
I was just going to ask that. Where does it lead?
Like, what the hell is that door? What does that go in? You know, when people... this is like Captain Picard's, like what? The closet I came out of, yeah. This is like Captain Picard's ready room on Star Trek. Like, when you saw the behind the scenes, you couldn't believe what it really looked like. So if you see my house, you wouldn't believe. Like, there's people that's been on my show that have come to visit me, and when they get here, they're like, whoa, this is the house? This is really it. This is bizarre. Oh, but soon maybe I'll have a studio. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raw sucked. Dude, and tonight was an NXT like rerun show that was bizarre.
Oh, the best of? Yeah, I didn't watch it yet. I probably won't even watch it if it's just the best of.
It was okay, but it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like freaking they didn't pick all the best. They just picked a few things. There's too much to pick, to be honest. So they picked Baron Corbin and Samoa Joe, which was a good match, but if we're gonna only be able to show 6 events that happened, that's one of them. You know, I don't think that's true. I think they just wanted to mix it up and make sure they kept people who were relevant involved. So to me, it wasn't the 6 or 7 best moments of NXT. It was just a sort of picked recap by somebody. But
whatever. I usually hate those shows.
Shows,
it's fucking stupid.
It is dumb. I don't care. I already started off. I know what to go watch. You know, go watch all the matches I liked. I don't need to fucking sit through this. I don't know why they did it. Why they didn't just put new matches up or something. It's the first time I'm complaining about NXT in a long time. I wish they just put up matches that... They did put up a clip of Neville versus Cesaro that never aired, but all that was a commercial for the DVD that it was going to be released on.
Yeah.
So that was a little stupid too. But man,
NXT's in an interesting position. Like, I'm hearing that Sami Zayn is actually going to be challenging for the NXT title, which, I mean, we might have to get used to because I would rather see him go after Kevin Owens, but...
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, me too. I would rather see him. I thought that was going to be their whole thing, but that would be instantly, you know, launching him right up to the main roster.
Because if you watch Breaking Ground this week, I watched it at work on lunch, and Sami Zayn was complaining, like, you know, he feels like if they put him back down in NXT, because he's coming back from his injury on the show, if they put him back down in NXT, he feels like he's regressing.
Sami Zayn does?
Yeah, because he was on the main roster with John Cena. He had that one match. He blew out his shoulder, and then he had to go to rehab and get surgery. And now they're putting him back in NXT. And he said if they put him back down in NXT, he feels like it's he's regressing. He's taking a few steps backwards.
Well, that's bizarre because, so then he doesn't want to go there. He wants to come back up to the main roster.
He wants to come up to the main roster, yeah.
So then attacking Kevin Owens makes perfect sense as soon as Dean's done with him. But I'm afraid that, you know, WWE may... You know, they might want to keep this Kevin Owens Dean Ambrose program going.
Well, that was the best part of Raw.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
The John Cena stuff.
That was the best part of Raw, but they keep it going to WrestleMania. Like, don't you think that, like, because of how it's going, they would want to keep it going to Mania?
Yeah, I don't think WWE Creative has enough writing skill to keep that interesting up until Mania.
Somebody in the chat just said you messed up the out of nowhere timing. It said the 31st, so everyone thought this was tomorrow night. But I was wondering why everyone was tweeting me like, why is it? Oh wait, it's Saturday. I mean, it's.
They were also complaining that you had set it for 24 hours from now. Yeah. That was,
I'm a dummy. I'm a stoopy pants. I mean, that's all there is to it. I'm stupid.
By the way, guys, the people in the chat, the layout was done by Isaac, the Radical Isaac. He's a fucking beast.
Radical Isaac Rojas. That's right. And he was at NXT. He was at WWE Raw the other day, and he said it was god awful to be there live too. He said it was terrible.
And I think he vomited some of his popcorn and ice cream, whatever he had there, after he seen John Cena and Roman Reigns come out at the end.
Yeah, he vomited some of that John Cena jizz out of his mouth. We're in Brooklyn. What's up, Brooklyn? Yeah, Brooklyn. Home of Jay-Z. I almost I literally...
Tony Hall is calling. Why is he calling me for?
Probably because he's calling here and I didn't answer his call. That's why. You know what, John Cena? God damn it. And I just realized something about this new layout by Isaac. It doesn't have the phone numbers and shit on it. So it's all, you fucked up, Isaac.
Yeah, there you go, Isaac. Go fuck yourself, bro.
Oh, you're fucking fired, dude. Let me put the phone number up so people can see this. Hold on, we gotta get this right. By the way, we are taking donations tonight. It was Christmas. I had to buy a bunch of presents for my kids. JD had to buy a hooker. No, I'm just kidding. He had to buy all kinds of presents for his girlfriend and for his neighbors and for his bisexual friend Tommy, who didn't have anything to give to his
I didn't actually buy any presents this year, dude.
You didn't buy anything, really?
I saved my money, yeah.
Well, I didn't buy anything, so everybody donate to me tonight. No, I don't know. But yeah, the donations link is in the description box below if you guys want to donate. I suggest donating always $3.16 or $5 because $3.16 will get you stone cold. $5 will get you a shit bum, and you know you want to be a shit bum. All right. The number to call is, I'm starting to put it up here. Here it is. There it goes. I got to stretch it somehow in between us so it doesn't. There we go. There it is. So JD, they do this arrest angle on Raw that they've done like 50,000 times, except it is every time it's done, it regresses even more. Like it just keeps regressing back. The only thing that was fun, McMahon was funny. I got to be honest. He really was funny, but I wasn't laughing during Raw because I was so disgusted that they were going with this that I couldn't overlook that. But in retrospect, Vince really did a great job, but it's just, we've seen this.
It took a lot of focus off of Roman Reigns after a while. It became fucking Vince McMahon show, and then about him getting arrested, and Stephanie McMahon is fucking awful in her role, whatever the fuck she's doing. I can't stand that shit. Like I called your show on Monday night after I went off the air. She's getting worse than Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, she really. It was. Just,
it's not even believable anymore. It's just so fake.
Yeah. Dad. Dad.
and then Vince being arrested, and people actually thought he was really arrested. They were calling the fucking the police station across the street from Barclays Center. Is Vince really arrested? There was a whole news article on it.
Yeah, it was like Zdeno Chara putting Max Pacioretty on the boards. The Montreal Canadiens fans are calling the friggin' cops. It was crazy. Hold on a second. Let me get Florida on here.
Oh, my God.
I love taking this guy's call first. This is always great. Florida, how you doing, man? You're on Out of Nowhere episode number 10, brother.
Hey, I'm doing really good.
Good.
JD, I saw your last 4 Raw reviews, and I liked them, and I like that you respect what John Cena is bringing to the show.
Yeah, people are giving. I want to chime in here. People are like really shitting all over you, JD, for this. Like you suck John Cena's dick, and why?
Yeah, because people have no fucking brain or logic. I mean, out of everything that we've seen on Monday Night Raw, pick something that was better than what John Cena and Alberto Del Rio did. Besides the Kevin Owens thing, nothing. When John Cena came out, the reaction that he got from the crowd was genuine. Other than that, nobody gives a shit.
It is kind of funny when, John Cena's run-of-the-mill shit is still better than whatever is going on. It's gotten worse than John Cena's run-of-the-mill stuff. That's how bad Raw's gotten. It's gotten worse than John Cena's everyday bullshit. I will say that John Cena did piss me off, though, like twice. He pissed me off at the beginning when he was doing the whole lovey-dovey, I'm a good guy, suck-up job. And then when he really started blowing the audience, that pissed me off really bad. And then he got to say bitch. So, see, normally I'd be like, wow, that was pretty good, but I was really upset because I could see that they saved the swearing for John so he could say bitch at the end of the night. Big Show not saying assholes was enraging.
JD, you want my dealer's number? Because you were asking for someone's dealer's number.
I was asking for a dealer's number. Why? So I could fucking take overdose on drugs when Big Show comes out?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, so you can watch Raw and like it. You said that in your Raw review.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't remember saying that. I must have been fucking intoxicated while recording that because I don't remember.
You might have said something like, "Oh, I need Florida's dealer," you know.
Yeah, and I want to tell you guys why people don't watch NXT.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't, but okay.
Because I know with me, and probably I speak for everyone who doesn't watch NXT. I don't want to spend $9.99 on the network. I'd rather spend $9.99 somewhere else. Like, I wouldn't buy anything from WWE because I'm just not that interested in it anyways. You could just watch Raw for free.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch Raw for free, and look what you get. I mean,
Jesus Christ, Florida, did you smoke a few before you came on the fucking show tonight? What the fuck are you talking about? You're not making any sense.
It's all over.
No, just...
what are you going to spend $9.99 on?
Yeah, what do you... A pack of cigarettes?
Carnivals, bears, Robitussin. Robitussin cough DM. Like you drink the whole thing and you get high. You go to CVS, Walgreens.
I don't know about any of that back alley shit, man. Overdosing and chugging Robitussin. Is that the new thing now?
No, that's what they're doing.
No, that's my thing.
Oh.
You're fucking crazy, man. You should do some cocaine with it, too. You ever think about doing cocaine and watching Raw?
I did. No. I did cocaine back in, 2005, and we were walking around, and I thought every car was a police car. I was ducking, and then, another night, I did Robitussin for the first time, and then, I thought, I was walking upside down.
Okay, Jesus. Okay,
Let me ask you something, Florida. If Big Show and Kane were in a match on Monday Night Raw and I downed the whole bottle of Robitussin, would I enjoy the match?
I hung up on him. But I hung up on him right before you started talking, so I just let you go. I was like, all right, let him think about that and call back Florida. God damn, man. That's the worst nightmare of anybody, right? I thought every car was a police car. I mean, that's got to be that's one stressful night out on the road. Holy shit, they're coming from everywhere. Man, so you're right. They took away from Roman Reigns, that night. Whoa, shit's falling over. Yeah, they took away from Roman Reigns, I think, because instead, see, the whole point of someone getting arrested is you get the hero arrested, and then you're feeling bad for the hero. Why are they arresting this guy and all that stuff? But instead, you feel bad for McMahon. Drug dealer. I'll give you $9.99 to shut the fuck up, and he donates $9.99. Oh my God, drug dealer! Thank you for donating $9.99 to shut Florida up. I did it for you. My God, no, but you do it as a sympathetic move. Oh man. So instead of the person going to jail is usually the sympathetic character. So you're like, this is bullshit that he's getting arrested. So instead, I thought this is bullshit that McMahon's getting arrested. So it didn't make any sense because it didn't make me hate Reigns. It didn't make me hate McMahon. It made me feel bad for McMahon and laugh at him. So therefore, I liked him. I liked McMahon because he was making me laugh. But then Roman was just there, and then it was just an excuse. JD, my opinion is it was their excuse to get him off the TV. How can we get McMahon off the show but have him on the show so that they can do other things.
Yeah, but Joe, like I mentioned in my Raw review, and like I mentioned on your show when I called in, I mean, if you're going to get Vince McMahon off the show, and in that manner, you know, I could live with it if he comes back and is a fucking, has some fucking balls. Listen, you know, who do you think you are, holding my belt in my ring on my fucking show? You work for me. You know, you're lucky I allow you to hold that title. And he comes back and he's supposed to be the fucking boss. He should have either stripped him of the title and, like I mentioned, put the fucking thing on the line in the Royal Rumble. You know, you could have had this Royal Rumble mean so much like the 1992 Royal Rumble did, but he comes back and a lame announcement, which, yes, it gets people to go into the next show, but a Vince McMahon special guest referee spot, that really doesn't do anything for me as a viewer. I don't know about you.
No, it is a little curious. It does do a little bit for me, but because now it's like, well, what's going to happen next week? I do want to see how Vince is the referee. I mean, that's actually a little bit enticing to me. I got to admit, I'm taking the fucking cheese on that one a little bit. But the Michael J. Smith, Michael Smith just donated $5 and became a shit bum. Oh. And he admitted
Michael Smith is slowly becoming a beast.
He is a beast. He needs to go beast mode on my mouth. He says, admit it, JD, you know that MJ is better than you in practically every way. Also, if you guys don't start calling me MJ Smith or MJ, I will lose my shit. Michael Smith and Mike Smith are dead now. Thanks. And then he says, NXT, 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 we want Leah. He wants my wife to come on. Yes,
MJ Smith, you are better than I am. I am inferior to your skills. Thank you.
Have you seen his dick?
I have not. No.
I don't know. I don't know why I said that. It makes no sense. But let me tell you. Hey, I already got to switch.
But yes, I am intrigued. I am definitely intrigued. For the first time, actually, one of my coworkers' boyfriends came into the store today, and he's a big wrestling fan. He actually works at the Barclays Center, and he was watching Raw on Monday, and he said, you know, for the first time in a while, you know, even though WWE sucks, it's very unpredictable right now, and it's unpredictable because of all the injuries. Imagine that. I'm like, you know what, dude, you're right.
That's the only thing.
It is unpredictable. Like, for the first time, we don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know if Roman's going to keep the title, lose the title. Fuck, we don't even know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. At this time last year, we all knew who was going to win the Royal Rumble.
Oh, actually, I think I picked Daniel Bryan to win last year. So I was a little surprised. I mean, Roman Reigns was obviously in there, but no, you're right. It's just you don't know what's going to happen. It's by accident, though. It's by complete accident
because
that we don't know.
If Seth Rollins is still there as champion, then it becomes predictable.
Right.
With him out, you know, it does open up things, and I can honestly say I am intrigued, but I just wish WWE would tighten up on the writing a little bit. That whole fucking segment with Vince and then coming out, it's just, you know, it's just, yeah, okay, I'll watch, but I'm not too pleased with what they're doing.
Yeah, they still have a lot of problems, and this is bad. Like, let's no mistake about it. It's still bad. But what do you think about this after Raw went off the air deal with John Cena kind of staring down Roman Reigns? Was that just for the crowd, or do you think that that's part of something that could be?
If WWE really wanted to go down that route, they would have put it on live TV. They wouldn't have saved it until the cameras went off. So I honestly think it's going to be Roman and Triple H at WrestleMania, but we don't know. We don't know yet because now The Rock is coming back and he's announced to be at WrestleMania. We don't know whether he's going to wrestle. We don't know whether he's going to be helping Roman. We don't know if he's going to be there in a promo or a skit like he was this year. I don't know. So that does open up another, you know, route that WWE can go down. We just don't know yet. Maybe they do Triple H versus The Rock like it was all like it was planned, and then they give us Roman versus John Cena. I don't know.
Hey, I agree with you, man. And I think that fucking who knows, dude? They could be testing the waters too. We could get that still. Sports Kingdom just donated $1.23, and he says, I said it before, I'll say it again. Balor and Zayn will be NXT mainstays, and since that's the case, Balor should turn heel on Zayn and form the Balor Club with Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, which means Styles should finish his career in TNA and face EC3.
No, Balor's going to remain a face because when you bring him up to the main roster, you need him as a face.
Yeah.
And he's 34 years old. You know, he's not going to be an NXT mainstay forever because WWE obviously sees money in him. Same thing with Bayley. She's not going to be down there forever. But the one thing with Bayley is I'm afraid that the WWE writing staff is just going to completely fuck her up.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, they screwed up, dude. They screwed up Sasha Banks. I mean, they've screwed up everybody. Everybody up there, they've screwed everyone up. So how could they not stay? I mean, Bayley's fairly PG compared to those girls, but I still like her. So imagine when she goes up, what they're gonna do. I mean, forget it. This is gonna be terrible. NXT is so good, and WWE main roster is just so
the direction
bad.
of NXT going into WrestleMania is pretty decent. I mean, if you have Balor and Zayn, and then you have a lot of people asking, what's next for Joe?
Yeah.
Hideo Itami's coming back. They could reveal him as the guy who attacked Itami and put him out on the shelf. That could be a feud going into WrestleMania.
Right. Well, I really believe that Finn Balor is going to debut the night after WrestleMania on Raw. I think he's going to maybe lose the title, and he'll debut on Raw.
He's going to lose it back to Zayn, you think?
I think so. I think he'll lose the belt to Zayn, or to somebody, but probably to Zayn maybe, and then show up on Raw. And
But you know who's next in line? I mean, if they do give it to Zayn, honestly, the next in line for the NXT title got to be Baron Corbin.
Right.
I think his time is eventually fast approaching.
And
he's been there for 3 years. I think his work has gotten a lot better from when I first started watching NXT. There's some things about him that I still don't like. Yeah. But I think he's definitely going to be the next in line for the title.
Yeah, it is time to get him going. It's go or no go, and it's time to go with him. And give him the belt, and give a heel the belt. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You put this belt on a heel, and then you can have Zayn, Sami Zayn win it from him maybe, or you can just, or Zayn's gone. Zayn ends up going up by then after he loses it to Corbin, like you said, and then Hideo Itami can take over. You get the whole thing set up to go. It's perfect, and I think Finn Balor, I'm really molesting the idea of Finn Balor showing up the night after WrestleMania on Raw. Can you imagine that, the night after WrestleMania?
What does he do, though?
It doesn't even matter, to be honest.
Just show me his fucking entrance.
How about this? How about it doesn't? Yeah, exactly. Just get his entrance. Get him dressed up as the fucking the Beast or the Monster or whatever. And you know what? You could do plenty. There's so many different things you could do with Finn Balor that it's unbelievable. But you could even have if say Kevin Owens retains or becomes the Intercontinental Champion again from Dean Ambrose, and then Kevin Owens comes in the ring and he's talking crazy stuff, and maybe he issues a challenge. Maybe he's got to defend his title. Maybe he doesn't even defend his title. Maybe he's just talking smack. And, he says something like, nobody's going to be able to challenge me for this belt because I'm da-da-da-da. And here comes Finn Balor. That's all you need. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, it can be simple, run-of-the-mill stuff, but it's just getting him out there. That crowd will blow up, you know what I mean? And anybody who doesn't watch NXT will be like, who the hell is this guy? And it will really generate interest. And you'll have created, and not just created, but carried over Finn Balor's character and created him all in one night with that move. So you've done that with Owens already with Cena. Now you're doing it with Balor by doing it with Owens, who's been put over by Cena and everybody else.
I have a feeling WWE would throw Finn Balor into a generic feud with Bray Wyatt to start him off.
That you could do that. I'm happy with that too. I would do that too. But I see that. I feel like he would be. I feel like there's more of a result, something happening with Kevin Owens. But you're right. I wouldn't mind that either. I don't care who he faces. Or he could just freaking debut and just, it doesn't even have to be anything. But I'd rather it that way if it was somebody who's over as a heel.
Summer dumped me. That bitch was blowing my high. I'm a pimp. I'm not supposed to love these hoes.
Let me guess, Tyler Breeze
Tyler
donated fucking to the
stream. Tyler Breeze donated. Did she dump him?
Yeah, it was on the SmackDown spoilers. Yeah, they split them up.
Oh no! Why?
I read it today, dude. I have no fucking idea why.
What the
That didn't even get off the ground, dude. They didn't do anything with that guy.
I thought they were doing great together.
I thought they were perfect together. They just didn't let it go.
What? Are you joking? This is crazy. These two were great together.
He's in a feud with Goldust, and he dumped Summer Rae.
Oh, this is so... What is wrong with her? She's never going to get to do anything. Every time she gets to do something, she gets taken out of it quickly.
She's going to be on the fucking unemployment line next.
But I think she's great. I know she's not like Sasha Banks or a girl like that, but for like a service or a valet or for an act, I think she's great. I think she really, at first glance, Summer Rae is like, this is a dumb blonde bitch who shouldn't even be in wrestling. But when you look at Summer Rae, she really puts everything into it. She really tries to do her best. You're getting you're getting the best Summer Rae you can get, where I feel like you don't get that out of everybody.
Well, at least he beat Goldust on SmackDown. Oops, spoilers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's that. Well, here we go.
Like if anybody cares.
Jar Jar Binks dies. Jar Jar Binks dies in Star Wars. All right. You see Star Wars, by the way?
No, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't give a shit.
What the fuck? You're making my geek explode. You're making my inner geek explode. I've talked to a few people who not into Star Wars, but I don't know. You know what? I hate when everybody's into something and you keep hearing about it. It drives me nuts. But I'm just into Star Wars on my own. But yeah, now it's everywhere, and it's like I feel like I'm a fucking another asshole going to the movies. But whatever. I've seen it 3 times. What else can I get? That you just blew my mind with that, because I just can't believe that they took her away from Tyler Breeze. They were great. There must have been something that really they must have clashed in real life. That's the only thing I can think.
Maybe
something happened.
Tyler Breeze, they actually introduced his girlfriend or wife on Breaking Ground this week. So I don't know. Maybe she had a problem with it. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, maybe that's. You know what? I'm getting sick of that though. Everyone's got a wife now and a girlfriend or something, and it always ends up being like, oh, I can't do that. What happened? Like, what is going on? This is horrible. That is like the biggest downer. What? I'm really upset. They were really good.
People, like, aren't cheating on their wives. Like,
what are you talking about? Like
wrestling. Like,
I didn't say he had to cheat on his wife, but I mean, come on, what the hell? Unbelievable. Oh my God, I'm pissed off. I'm making a video about that. I'm going to tweet Vince. That's what I'm going to do, God damn it. Maybe me and my buddy Mark are going to stop watching. All right. Michael, I'm sorry, MJ is here with us. MJ, what's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Not much. I think they broke them up because Summer Rae's a hoe bag and she probably tried to suck his dick, and his girlfriend got hella angry and beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, Summer was like, you ever seen my pussy?
Yeah, she's like the biggest hoe bag on the roster.
Fandango.
What, Leah?
She did that with like Fandango and it didn't work out, and then like right after they stopped.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was well, you're kind of, I mean, on the Total Divas. Yeah, on Total Divas, she tried to suck Fandango, and that got all weird then after that. And then she didn't work out with Rusev, who also has Lana as a wife in real life. And now Tyler Breeze?
Unfortunately, fucking your way to the top doesn't work like it did in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why doesn't that work anymore? It's bullshit. I got a Wolverine pop vinyl figure for anybody who wants it. It's on my website for $20. No, I'm just no, but dude, what else you got? What are you thinking about? What's going on tonight? Hit us with your best jizz.
I wanted to bring up if people don't like Star Wars, they should just kill themselves.
Oh, okay.
I don't see how you don't like Star Wars.
I don't either, but I don't know. Some people don't like it. I don't know.
But those same people fucking watch the gayest movies.
JD, I think he's talking about you. I don't know if...
I don't know. I just don't like Star Wars. I don't know. I was never a fan.
You're freaking him out. JD.
No, there's people out there that
I
think
do
people
really
that like
think
Star
I don't hate it.
Turn
I just
heel,
don't
and
have
here
an
my
interest
number
in
is
watching.
703-268-0178.
What? Here's my number. Okay, he wants to call. 703. You call up, and he gave us his number. Devil Dog 2 donated $4.50. Thank you for donating the money, Devil Dog. I don't know whose phone number that is or what's going on, but I appreciate you donating for sure. JD, if you watch Monday Night Raw, you should watch the new Star Wars movie because it's unbelievably better storytelling than the Monday Night Raw.
I agree with you completely.
So you should go check it out. We're gonna get you to watch Star Wars.
All I have to do is stand in the ring and watch Vince frantically try to put me over. This is fucking great. Vince is all on my dick. Superman, that hoe.
Is that Roman Reigns donating?
Roman boy. fuck boy. Was that fucking guy in your goddamn hate video, JD? I don't remember it. No, dude, you gotta watch. Have you seen the other Star Wars, JD? You've gotten us all thrown off now. Have you seen the movies? You can say no, because I know people that haven't seen any.
I have not, no.
All he has to do is watch Return of the Jedi and then go see the new one. And I bet he'll like it.
Joe, it's me. It's CANZ View. Sean View went.
Sports Kingdom, thank you for donating. Apparently he's Sean's View. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
No, JD, you got to. What kind of movies do you like, JD? I don't know what you like.
I don't know, man. I'm more of a fantasy guy with the fucking dragons and swords and
well, wait a minute though. This is great. JD, you don't understand. This is great, okay? Because I'm more of a Star Trek guy, which is more like sci-fi
Star
stuff.
Trek I didn't mind. My whole family grew up on fucking Star Trek.
Yeah, but if you don't like Star Trek, but you like more fantasy, then you should like Star Wars, because Star Wars is more like fantasy. Star Trek is more like space and science, and they get a little more like dorky, where Star Wars is more fantasy. That's why more people like it, because they don't pay attention to like the Star Trek-y stuff. They actually tell them this adventure story. So I'm daring you to fucking watch something of Star Wars. I promise you.
Hey, Joe, did you think the new Star Wars was the best one out of all of them?
No, because I could never say it's better than the old ones, but I got an excitement about the new one because it's modern. So I got a big kind of excitement about like, this is what I knew, but now it's now. Like, this is really, dude, this movie, like at the end, if you could, I don't know, dude. I saw it. I'm gonna see it for the third time, so I'm gonna see it 3 fucking times, buddy. Now, it's funny that JD doesn't likes Lord of the Rings, because I fell asleep during Lord of the Rings. I can't watch it.
Yeah, but I can't stand Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. Like,
no. I like Harry Potter, and so I used to not like Harry Potter because I saw the first one with my mother years ago, and I was like, this sucks. But then Leah,
as they all got older, it got a little bit more dark. That's why I like Harry Potter.
I would compare Harry Potter to the new Star Wars movie. I would say the emotion that you feel towards the end of the Harry Potter movie series, you know what I mean, is similar to the emotion you feel when you watch the new Star Wars movie. That's what I think. It's very similar to me. It's probably not, because it's the first movie of the new ones and not the last of like the Harry Potter ones. But I think it's the most well-rounded movie they've made so far. Like, it's just overall the best movie they put out. I don't know, but I don't think that's true. But because I think it's got some problems. But I think to a new Star Wars fan, like, it would work out really well. That's why I think JD should see it, because you're right. He should watch like Empire. I hate when people tell me to watch a movie, because then I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But I will say, JD, that I never thought I would watch Harry Potter, and 4 years ago or whatever it was, when they were the last 2 or last 3 I saw in the theater with Leah, I was basically dragged to them, and now I fucking love watching the whole series. So I would say, JD, you gotta go for that Star Wars. I promise you, I'll suck your dick if you don't like it. I swear to God, I'll put that challenge on you right now. I'll suck your dick.
I will not suck your dick if you don't like it.
I will. I'll open my mouth, and everyone can know that JD has nothing to do with it. It's just a bet. He's a man. He's letting it happen. And I'm the fag, and I'm the gay guy. All right, I promise.
Hey Joe, I called in so you would say shit bum.
Shit bum. There you go. I gave you one earlier, but when
I didn't. I think I missed it.
Well, you did, but it's okay. I like you, and thanks for the donation. And every time I see your picture, I want to drink. You think Monday Night Raw is gonna suck this? How excited are you for McMahon being the referee?
The past Raw, this week's past Raw, I didn't even watch it for like the first time. I had it pulled up on the laptop, and I was playing, I don't remember what game. I was playing a game, and I was more interested in the game than the fucking Monday Night Raw, so I think next week will suck too, probably.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. People are fucking going crazy in the chat. JD's gay. So now everyone hates JD because he hasn't seen Star Wars, and people hate me because I want to suck his dick. It's unbelievable.
That's the power of MJ.
We pissed off everybody. All right. Thanks, MJ. Have a good night, man.
Take it easy, guys.
Mwah. Yeah, this is one of those. I'm like having a conniption, man. I'm telling you. We're going to open up the phone lines in just a second. 339-226-6610. Anything you guys want to talk about, it's on the table, and we will talk about it.
This show sounds sort of like SVP in Russillo.
I don't know what that is.
Who?
I don't know who that is. Sports Kingdom. I don't know. Is that a show on radio that I don't have nearby? I don't know, man. All I know is they made Sasha Banks wear the Patriots hat like the day after the Patriots lose to the Jets. Thought that was weird. Would have worked out great if the Patriots won. They were really been pissed off. But that's okay. Jaren's like loving it. Jaren's like jerking off somewhere right now because the Jets won. But man, I'll tell you what, Jaren, the Patriots are goddamn decimated. Look out. But the Jets have that. They're really scrappy right now.
Shit bum.
What movies are you looking forward watching in 2016?
Not Ghostbusters, I'll tell you that, with those stupid fucking lesbians as the Ghostbusters. Dead Olark Lemon, thanks for the donation. Becoming a shit bum. Look at that asshole, JD. Look at that bum hole. That's where all the money comes out of. Oh, man, thanks for donating $5. You can donate in the description box below. Also want to let you know, of course, tonight we're brought to you by Wrestle Crate. JD is still waiting for his Wrestle Crate. Ed, where are you?
Yeah, Ed. What's going on, buddy?
He's got to open it. My opening was epic, JD. Oh, JD, listen, I got to tell you one spoiler. Can I tell you this?
Sheamus will
Sure.
accidentally knock Vince out. The League of Losers will come out. Then the USOs will come out. Reigns will eventually spear Sheamus and lift a go at Vince's hands to the mat.
Oh, I'll
To
kill
count
myself.
3. Reigns overcones the odds. The end.
Or The Rock shows up and counts or makes Vince count. That'd be awful.
Did you hear that Brock Lesnar's next opponent at the next live event that he's going to be at is Sheamus?
No, that's horrible. Like what?
Yeah.
That's
There's
so
rumors going around that they might be prepping Sheamus for Brock Lesnar.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That is so ridiculous. Like that, I don't even believe that at all. JD, I gotta tell you this. I opened up everything in Wrestle Crate, and the first thing I want to tell you is it's a great crate. And
Is there a shirt?
yes, there's a shirt,
Okay.
but there's also
Justice this Christmas.
Jesus.
First Martin Shkreli, Bill Cosby, now Vince. Vince's new Darth Plagueis, our Supreme Leader Snoke of WWE. Ha ha ha. Invasion NXT angle when Vince gets desperate enough.
hey, Supreme Leader Snoke is Gollum. The guy that plays Gollum is Snoke. That's why he was so fucking good. It was unbelievable, dude. You were like, well, some people didn't like Snoke, I guess, but I thought Snoke was great. And the mannerisms on his face and shit, he just looks fucked up. He's probably not really as big as he is in that hologram. And but no, it's the guy who does Gollum, and it was fucking awesome, dude.
Someone in the chat mentioned Carl's Jr. You see that fucking commercial with Pantera playing in the background?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to fucking get a burger or start headbanging.
Dude, I was sitting there on the floor trying to fix my controller, my Xbox, while the commercials are playing, and fucking and then fucking I look up and I'm like, yeah, and then I look up and I'm like, oh, fucking burgers! Like, this is Texas. Makes sense, right? You know? Oh, it's great. And then I thought of Dimebag, and I hate the Columbus Blue Jackets.
The Stone Cold podcast killed some of Lesnar's momentum.
Nah, I don't think.
Absolutely not.
No, I don't think so. I think you should have beaten up Stone Cold and thrown him through the TV, though. That would have been cool. But JD, for the last fucking 5-10 minutes, I've been trying to get to this point. The Wrestle Crate's amazing, but after opening the Wrestle Crate, which is already amazing, there was one pack of WWE trading cards.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
And thanks for the donation, Sports Kingdom. And I was like, oh, cool. And it's the Road to WrestleMania ones, which are like, okay. But you can still get autographs and all kinds of stuff. So I ripped the pack open, start opening it. I pulled out a fucking Undertaker WrestleMania relic card.
What does that mean?
It means the piece of the mat is on the card from WrestleMania with the Undertaker.
Shit.
I flipped out, man.
How much is that? Do you know how much that's worth?
It sells between different prices. They only made like, I think 30 of them or something. But no, I think it's around like $40 that you can get for it right now. But I mean, it's probably worth more once, you know, the longer it goes, the more they're worth. Because, you know, some kid rips it, somebody loses it, and sooner or later there's only fucking 5 or 10 of them floating around the world, you know? But no, dude, it was crazy. I mean, if anybody got that box, I mean, that would have more than paid for the box, plus the other stuff. The box that I opened was basically worth $100. So
You got a figure in it too?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't want to tell you any more, but
I kind of know who the figure is because I think it was in your thumbnail.
oh, was it? Okay, I was worried about that, but yeah, I got I got Adam Rose, but it could be there's like 5 different ones it can be. So, but that's okay And I believe there's an autograph too. So get ready. Just watch the fucking video. Fuck it. You know what? Someone stole your loot crate, JD. So you know what you do? Just make a video. You're watching my
I gotta
loot
see
crate.
if my neighbors have it upstairs. They usually just keep it in the fucking hallway. Hopefully nobody took it.
He's masturbating to the thing. That's what he's doing. Watch my opening and then like react to my opening. I don't know. All right, let's take some phone calls. 339-226-6610. Phone line's open for your phone lining pleasure. 781, what's going on?
What's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. So I was just wondering, did you see The Rock actually wrestling at WrestleMania?
I know The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania, but what did you just say?
Do you think he's going to be wrestling, like in an actual match?
I think they're going to tease him like he's supposed to be a host or a guest or something, and then at the sort of towards the end, it's going to be revealed that he's having a match. Like he's going to be there. Triple H or whoever The Rock is wrestling. It's going to be like, I'm going to be at WrestleMania. You're going to be at WrestleMania. Why don't we da-da-da-da-da? That's how I think it will probably go.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock is too big of a name not to be wrestling at WrestleMania in front of 100,000 people. I think he actually wants to wrestle as well. It's all going to be up to the people that are fucking in charge of the Baywatch movie that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll come down with that fucking Baywatch like fucking flotation thing.
Oh my God, Rock can't run on the beach for this scene.
Oh yeah, he breaks his leg in the middle of filming. Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Another pizza was just delivered.
What?
I heard pizza and then blah, 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 blah.
I think he said another pizza was delivered. I think it's Sean's view.
Oh.
Another pizza. Joe, it's Bernie Sanders. 339-226-6610, or if you're in Europe or UK or around the world and you want to get a hold of us, Skype me, Danny Deadly, on Skype. This is Out of Nowhere. JD from NY206 on YouTube and Joe Cronin Show on YouTube. Click the like button right now if you haven't done it. We got to get this thing to 200 likes, guys. We got to do it. We got to just and then I'm going to screenshot it, send it to Vince Russo, and say we did better than you. 413, what's going on?
What's up, Joe? What's up, JD?
What's up?
Hey, man, this is Fisher Kid. I'm a long-time JD follower.
Woo!
You like that, right?
I do.
Hey, I just want to shout about wrestling a little bit here because I'm 34 years old, and the stuff that we're getting now just doesn't appeal to me at all. And
No.
I kind of follow wrestling like JD does. We follow it like baseball. All right, it's almost like you got your farm team, and you wait for those younger guys to come up and become stars.
Right.
And when WWE doesn't do that shit, it infuriates you.
Yep.
And they drop the ball with so many different guys. Like when you guys say that they put all their eggs in the basket of Roman Reigns and forgot about the whole roster, that is exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They didn't care about anybody else.
Yeah, it's
You
bizarre.
look at the guys that they could have. Like, you could have Dean Ambrose should be up there. Cesaro should be a main event guy. Dolph Ziggler should be believable. Sheamus should be believable. Wade Barrett, he should have been up there 3 or 4 times. And because they didn't do anything, the show sucks. And you have nobody for Roman Reigns to fight except the friggin' nursing home and geriatrics like Vince McMahon.
I agree with him.
It makes me sick to my stomach.
Dude, it is. They really are. They're really worried, and I sort of see what they're saying a little bit. They're really worried that they can't continue. Forget all the good talent in NXT and everywhere else. They're really worried they can't continue unless they have a Hulk Hogan or somebody.
See, this is where people want to jump down my throat and call me a fucking hater, but they're not looking at it logically. If you're going to have Roman Reigns go into WrestleMania as the WWE champion, we don't even know that for sure right now with what's going on with this whole Vince McMahon situation. But if Roman Reigns is still the champion, and I know Vince wants him and they want to build a company around him, who are they going to feud him with after Triple H? There is literally nobody.
Right, nobody.
There is nobody.
The
And
best
that's a
thing that
problem.
can happen right
That's
now.
that's a huge problem for WWE because that shows how fucking weak their roster is. It shows how fucking, how terrible their writing staff is because they can't build a fucking credible heel outside of a 70-year-old CEO and a 46-year-old COO. Who else is there? There's nobody.
Absolutely. The best thing that can happen is the Undertaker win the fucking Royal Rumble and humble that pretty boy piece of shit, Roman Reigns.
Rumble.
Have you guys ever thought that he looks like a friggin' jacked up Jafar from Aladdin? That's what that fucking guy reminds me of. He looks like Jafar on steroids.
Jacked up Jafar.
And I can't even believe it. It boggles my mind. I mean, JD mentioned in a video a while back that they used to have rating systems. They do it for boxing. They do it. I don't know if they do it for UFC. I don't really follow that too intensely. How friggin' hard is it to have a something to go by? Okay, have bullet points. Who is on top of each other in the ICUS title reign and the WWE World Heavyweight title reign? That way you don't have to worry about the continuity because you have it.
Right.
This guy beat this guy. Okay, so he goes to this number. It's very easy to do that and then just let your creative deal with storylines. Instead, they just want to say, oh, well, this is what Vince wants, so we're going to have 80 guys work on storylines for Roman Reigns. In the meantime, a guy like Dolph Ziggler, we're going to throw him in fucking Days of Our Lives with a guy that barely speaks fucking English. It boggles my mind.
And then he wasn't on Raw because he was at that house show. You know what?
Right.
Imagine if they. I think that there's a real discrepancy, man. There's a real divide in the crowd, and that's becoming to me a bigger problem more than anything else. There's such a discrepancy in the crowd. If you did NXT every week on the USA Network, the way it is on the WWE Network, it would just be a house of fire. It would be amazing every week, just like we're watching it on the network. We're loving it. It's always good. The takeovers are amazing.
Absolutely.
But Raw is like you want to stab yourself. But the thing is, you have all these people. Look at our chat. Look at some of the people that listen to us that say, I don't watch NXT. I mean, just think about it. That person watches Raw over NXT, but then comes on here and tells us they think Raw sucks.
Yeah.
So what the hell, and then you got people like us who just, it's hard to please, and we love NXT, and then there's other people who don't watch anymore, and some people who watch once in a while, and they're just losing fans. All traits and signs point to losing fans. Bringing out Vince McMahon generates a buzz all over the community.
You know what I hate, Joe? Yeah. It's the fact that fucking people tell me, especially when I do my videos, watch the product for what it is. What are you wasting your energy for if you're fucking complaining about it each and every week?
Yeah.
Because if they're doing something so simple as giving us quality television with NXT, why is it so difficult to duplicate that for the main roster? Why am I going to settle for mediocrity on Monday Night Raw each and every week? Watch it for what it is. No. It's becoming a fucking complete shit show every week and a complete embarrassment.
Anybody who says you should just watch it or don't watch it if you don't like it. So let me ask you, we
mentioned this a couple of episodes ago. You're a Bruins fan. You're a Patriots fan. I'm a Braves fan. Living in New York. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to give up on them because they just had a 100-loss fucking season. I'm gonna follow the minor leagues. I'm gonna watch who's gonna come up in the next couple of years. I'm gonna root for the team even harder.
Right.
That's what we're doing with NXT. Well, we're cheering for these guys, and then when they make the main roster and we see them fail, obviously we're gonna fucking speak up about it.
And here's a good example of that. When I said this when we talked about that week too. If you look on YouTube, the 2 worst years for the Red Sox, the last 15 years, the 2 worst years that were abysmal and abominable. Abysmal. I don't think abominable is a word for that, but abysmal. And when the corporate brass was trying to sell you a brick instead of caring about the team, I was making videos that were blowing up on the radio stations around the country, and I was getting airplay because I was flipping out on rants. So it's like, look what happened. I love this team. If they put an honest effort together and lose, that's one thing. But if just absolute idiocy happens, I make a rant video. The reason why is because I care a lot. If we didn't give a shit about WWE, we wouldn't care. I call any of those people who say, why don't you just watch the product? And why don't you just stop watching then if you don't da-da-da? Those people don't give a shit. Those people probably have barely watched wrestling or have been fans for 2 years because I run into these kids all the time that are 15 that tell me the same thing. They're like, dude, Jesus, why don't you just stop watching then? It's like, dude, you've been watching this 2 years. Put a dick in your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. So those are the people who say that.
And to JD's credit, people who say that on his comment section get fucking benched. And thank God, because that shit pisses me off. I just one more point before I let you guys go. I took up for JD's opinion about Roman Reigns winning the championship, and I love when JD goes, "That Raw was great." That cracks me up, man, because that Raw was fucking horrible, and he's mocking it, and I fucking love it.
I loved it.
But anyways. You guys remember when Damian Sandow was the fucking stunt man? That guy was white hot.
Yeah.
Okay, he was the most over guy in the company, arguably. Okay, how the fuck do you go from him falling on his ass on purpose, doing flips, it's getting over? He's got nothing to do. I mean, are you kidding me? You can't just let this guy be himself? How fucking dumb are you?
They're stupid. The WWE is literally stupid. They were literally handed. Something became of complete nothing, and they were given something to do with somebody, and they couldn't even do it. They fucked it up. All they had to do was turn Sandow into a human being after that. That's what they should have done.
And that's the proof right there, Joe. It's just let these guys be who they are.
Yes.
Let them be themselves turned up, and they're fine. Instead, you got Sheamus and fucking Roman Reigns out there reading off of a roll of toilet paper. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
You know what you do? I mean, what they should have done with Sandow is easy. They should have humanized him. Maybe even he gets fired by the Miz, and they won't book him. He keeps coming. Maybe he keeps trying to show up for events. He's got a match. And the GM says, or the authority says, your match is not going to happen. And get the crowd fired up and pissed off that his match isn't happening. And you got lightning in the bottle on somebody again. Have him do an interview with Michael Cole on Raw. And Michael Cole interviews him and says, Damian, you were expected to wrestle tonight, and then you're told that you're not wrestling. How?
Did you see what happened with Kevin Owens on Monday Night Raw? How difficult is it of WWE to do something like that with a few guys in the mid-card each and every week? Look how good that came off. Look how good that came off. You have 3 hours of a fucking Raw, and you mean to tell me you can't build your fucking mid card? Like, I don't understand that. WWE has some of the best mid card talent in fucking the last 20 years on their roster right now. I don't understand why it's so difficult.
Absolutely. I was just happy to see Kevin Owens be Kevin Owens again, to be honest with you. And I just want to say, Joe, I know exactly where you're coming from because I'm just west of Boston, man. Born and raised, so I've been in those crowds, and getting on the tee after that, after a Raw or a pay-per-view is fucking awful. But other than that, man, take it easy. I love what you guys do.
Thanks, man.
All right, man.
I'm lucky I can drive home, though, afterwards. I drive right back home. But, dude, good call. I do want to acknowledge the donations that we got a few seconds ago. Like a Boo says, Brooklyn booing Sasha Banks and Becky made me want to cry. 1 step forward, 10 steps back. Sports Kingdom. Joe, can we get a segment of Rocky in the background?
Yeah, that Becky Sasha match was fucking typical Raw generic garbage.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know what it was, but that it wasn't.
How does that get screwed up? How you screw that up is just...
It was too slow. I don't know who fucking produced that match.
I didn't think it was... I guess I didn't think it was as bad as other people did. I think the crowd was just dumb. But then by the end of it, they got it going. They were building to something.
Yeah.
And right as it got there,
but they were given 15 minutes.
That's a good point. But I think they needed to do some more. I think the problem is first of all, the generic WWE main roster fans don't understand the wrestling stuff as much. So they needed to do some better spots. They really needed to do some, like, off the apron, through a table. These women got to do something like that now. I'm convinced of it on Raw. Then go back to the wrestling that they did on NXT, but they got to do something that makes the main roster crowd say, because most of these fans on the main roster, the kids,
Hello, Jerry. Go
haven't
see Star
seen this
Wars,
shit.
You fucktard. Hello, Cronin. When are we going to play Xbox? JD, should we settle our beef at WrestleMania 32? Never mind, fuck it, I'll bring the coasters. Lol, hey Keith, and I
Let me
said
guess,
no.
that's MJ Smith.
Yeah, that's MJ. That's my Johnson. Good job, my Johnson. Thanks for the donation.
I was gonna ask you, Joe. What do you think about Sasha fucking winning all her matches, the way she does? Do you see that it's a problem? Because I don't know. I just don't like it.
No, I hate it. But at the same time, I get what's going on because they really, they are trying to make her a heel. They're trying to make sure she's the heel, she's the bad girl, and that does bother me a little bit. But I think we all have to be careful because she sort of did this in NXT at the beginning, at the start when she was with her group of people. What were they? I forget what the name of the group was. The Beautiful Dangerous or something.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I don't know, whatever. Team Bad.
I think they sort of did the same thing, and I almost wonder if
Beautiful,
they
Bad,
said,
and Dangerous. I don't know, some shit like that.
I wonder if they're doing the same thing where they're like, let's do what we did before. Let's make sure we establish her as a real kind of a villain. We get her going, and eventually she'll get the title as this heel, and then she'll start to get more serious about it. Maybe that's what they'll do. I don't know. They did it on NXT, and she slowly became what she was. Maybe they're afraid that you can't just we can't just shove her out there because 30% of the crowd loves her and knows who she is, and expect the other 70% to be like, wow, she is God. Like, we don't know. Like,
well, what I'm saying is, Sasha can get over in outside interference every match. She can get over by using just basic heel tactics in the ring.
Yeah.
Cheat, eye gouge, hold a rope, a fucking cheap leverage pin, something like that.
I think it's bullshit just for those other girls to do, and that's the part that drives me nuts. It takes away from her and makes them. I don't like it. I understand they're supposed to be a group. I mean, technically, New Day does the same thing. The only difference is they all come off equal, whereas Team Bad, we all think Sasha's the star, but they're all being treated kind of almost equal. So maybe that's the problem. Because really, New Day is doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, I have a problem with that too. I mean, how many times can they do it each and every week? I mean, a few times sprinkled here and there, but get a fucking legit victory every now and then.
Yeah, and that's a good point too.
Oh my God, Sean's view is in the chat.
Oh, here we go. Happy New Year. What's he flipping out about?
I don't know. He says God is here now.
See, that's what I usually write when I go into someone's chat. And someone's like, Joe Cronin's here. And I'm like, God is here.
Sean, you got to call in, bro.
Yeah, you know the rules.
Know the rules, bro.
832 is calling. We got to take his call. 832, what's going on? You're on the Out of Nowhere episode number 10.
Yo, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, man.
What's up, man?
We're taking acid. What's up?
Oh, man, I just want to ask y'all this question about the Royal Rumble. If Triple H or, let's say, I don't know, let's say John Cena wins the Royal Rumble, will this go down as one of the worst Royal Rumbles in history?
Well, the last two have been pretty bad, although last year's was the worst, I think. I think last year's was really bad.
Amen.
Dude, I will be.
Listen, let me jump in here.
Sure.
If John Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble, you're gonna have to look at a Final Four of probably Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, if he's not champion, and among others who are in there. Undertaker might be in the Rumble. I mean, obviously those kind of names are going to be in the end, and they're going to be in the Final Four because the Final Four is this kind of thing now where it comes down to the end. Everyone wants to know who the Final Four is. How is Brock Lesnar going to legit be eliminated in the Royal Rumble? I just don't physically see that happening.
I don't see it either, but knowing WWE, they will probably do where multi-men.
If John Cena is standing tall after a fucking Final Four of The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and whomever else they want in there, I think this may be the fucking worst Royal Rumble in creation.
The Big Show pulls out Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, God forbid.
From the outside, and then the Big Show versus Lesnar.
Where's it? I think I'll take the fucking next flight over to Tampa Bay, and I'll burn the building down.
And you see, but guys, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like WWE is like they're not listening to us. They're giving us fucking bullshit every week. I'm like, what are they doing?
Hey man, I don't know. I mean, I know this is the worst time of the year, so I mean, like, we knew this was going to happen because we said, you know, every year, even the somewhat good years, even the good years, this time of year is always terrible or bad. And look at where we're at right now, so we're really going to see some horrible stuff. We got that weird fucking good Raw where McMahon first came back because it was kind of chaotic, so it was exciting to watch in a way. But
what
yeah.
Good Raw?
Well,
what good Raw?
Well, okay, we got, I don't want to say good Raw, but it was I guess it was interesting Raw to me. The one when
it was. To me, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 2.
God, BBB, believe
Oh,
that.
we got
Hey
the-
Joe, answer my question before I run out of money. Sad face. When are we going to play Xbox, bro? What's up, Danny?
Hey, you know what, MJ? I'll play Xbox probably tomorrow or something because I'll be off for New Year's. So this week it's happening, buddy. Maybe tomorrow night I'll play with your pecker.
Guys, before I give you both you guys just a little nugget just a little food for thought.
Yeah.
You know how it's Roman Reigns against Sheamus with Vince McMahon as the guest referee for Monday Night Raw? Like, the crowd in Brooklyn really gave a fuck about that.
Right.
I have an idea. What if Roman beat Sheamus, but somehow, some way at the end of the match, Vince strips Roman of the title, and then maybe you have maybe Roman go through 29 other men to get the title back after the Royal Rumble? Would that be worth watching? I want to know what you guys
we
think.
thought,
John,
yeah.
this is where the big boys play.
No, that
All up
wouldn't
and
happen.
smell what's cooking.
Well, no,
that wouldn't happen. I think Triple H would get involved in some way and screw him over, and then that would set up the match for WrestleMania if that was the route that they were going to go.
I'm worried that they could go this way. I've been thinking about this, like if they have Roman, like, because they're really trying to get him over. They've done everything. The only thing left to do is now he wins the Rumble. You know what I mean? I hope they don't do that, to be honest.
I think that would have the opposite effect of what they want. To be
I
honest
agree.
with you, if he's in at number 1 and he wins the whole fucking thing, I think he's going to be booed out of the building again.
Yeah, don't do that again, because
no doubt.
they're going to be chanting Daniel Bryan again. I'm telling you, these fucking fans.
Especially
And
if Bryan
that's
is in the Royal Rumble, forget about it.
That's another thing. Isn't Daniel Bryan medically cleared?
I think
they're. Joe just mentioned Daniel. Having Reigns in at number 1 and win the whole thing with fucking Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and everybody else in there that are fan favorites that people actually love watching, he's going to get destroyed.
Right.
Of course.
You can't do that.
But isn't Daniel Bryan medically cleared?
He is medically cleared.
Yeah, but not
then what's the problem?
Well, not by the WWE doctor, though, they say. I think they're lying to us. I think they're putting it out there that the WWE doctor isn't clearing him so that he can maybe have a surprise return at the Rumble.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
So,
if he returns at the Royal Rumble, he will be an overwhelming favorite just with the crowd and all the casual fans. So they need to do
But
the
I'll
right
tell you
thing.
what, Joe, WWE's got some fucking patience on them because the way the roster is right now, Daniel Bryan is needed, and they could have certainly used his services on Monday Night Raw to make the show actually a little bit better.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they got some fucking patience on them if they're holding them out for another 4 weeks.
They've,
Well, guys, I'm in this right here. WrestleMania should be Roman Reigns. If you want to have Roman Reigns as champion, I'll be okay with that. The only way I'll be okay with that is unless you have Daniel Bryan looking across the ring from at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I want.
The only way I'll be okay with that.
That's what I said on my Raw review. I want Roman Reigns versus Bryan and let the fans decide and go crazy. It would be... And unfortunately, probably won't do that because we're saying that, but that is what you do. These are the two guys. You know, WWE's created Roman Reigns mostly, and Daniel Bryan's been created by the fans. You put these two guys together. I mean...
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the only thing that disappoints me about the whole McMahon thing that they're doing is I feel like they missed out on an opportunity for Roman to be a badass heel and then Daniel Bryan to obviously be the face, unless... we obviously don't know something they don't, which could be that Bryan really isn't going to be able to come back. And then it all makes sense, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess that'll make some kind of sense. But I'm seriously thinking about boycotting WrestleMania. I'm seriously thinking about boycotting WrestleMania this year.
I wish if I wasn't doing a show, I probably would. But, because I got to do this, I'll be here. But, damn, it's...
Joe, JD, thank you guys for your time, man. Y'all be good, man.
All right, man. Have a good night. All right, so, hey, JD, I have to ask you, and thank you to Sports Kingdom for donating. You said Daniel Bryan will turn heel on Reigns and join the Authority. Imagine if they turned Bryan heel. That
would be the dumbest thing ever.
I will eat my own asshole. But anyway, let's talk about something that looks a little sexier in your room tonight.
What's that?
It's that big black cock. No, it's that black microphone that you got next to you. What is this?
Oh, yeah.
We have
That's
new equipment.
New microphone, yeah.
Man.
Audio Technica 2020.
It's looking good. What the hell did you have last time?
I got a blue snowball.
Yeah,
I got that hooked up for my gaming commentaries in the living room.
That's cool. I like the one. I like the new one. I like
Sounds
the new
good?
one. Yeah, it sounds better. I don't like the blue snowball.
Yeah. I gotta get one of the mic stands too. I want to get one of them arms you got.
Yeah, this is way better. And yeah, this. You know what? Actually, god damn it, mine broke. So then I ordered one, and I remember I was like, I'm gonna get you one, JD. I'm gonna send it to you. And then it came, and I was like, yeah. And then Leah was like, where's the one that you're gonna get for JD? And I went, fuck. No, but I'm gonna get you one because I've got the guy. So I'm gonna send it to you. I'll get your goddamn address again. I'm gonna send it to you.
All right.
Because you got to get this. This is cool. I'm gonna send this to you because it's awesome. I get it from my distributor for like $9.99, and it is $9.99 by the way.
Oh shit!
It's not the best one, obviously it's a cheap one, but fuck it does the job, and it's $9.99. Problem is it's my second one in a year, but whatever. You're right. I might have broken the other one in like a rage or something. That's probably true.
Where the fuck Sean's view at, bro? You still in the chat? Call in.
Wait, you want
Comes
to
in,
see?
says God is here, and then he fucking exits.
If God doesn't get here, I'm gonna take my dick out. I'm gonna show you all my dick. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you my kid's dick. My kid was just born.
Did you get a couple of pizzas delivered over there, Sean? Give me one.
I've got. Oh, he had a girl, didn't he? Yeah. I'm gonna show you my girl's pussy.
Yeah, don't talk about
my
That's
God.
awful. That's awful. Let me. Hey, I got kids too. It's all right. I've got a boy, a girl, and a boy. A boy coming. I mean, no, like on the way. Oh boy, holy shit! Let's take a call before I get in trouble. 912. I don't know who I'm gonna get in trouble by, but 912. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? I had a idea for the Royal Rumble. What if, like y'all were just talking about, Daniel Bryan? What if he really is cleared? Maybe they're just holding him off for the Royal Rumble. But what if he does come in, wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania, faces Roman Reigns, but now, Triple H, Vince McMahon, they're both pissed because now Daniel Bryan, they don't want Daniel Bryan to be the champion. They don't want Roman Reigns to be the champion. Now they're going to put somebody else in there in a triple threat, maybe like Brock Lesnar or something like that. That would be, I think that would be an awesome main event.
Oh, wait a minute. So more people in the match, like a four-way?
No, like a triple threat with Daniel Bryan and
I'd love to see
Roman
Lesnar versus
Reigns.
Bryan one-on-one. Never mind the fucking triple threat.
I normally I don't like triple threats, and I think that sucks. But I kind of. Did you just get run over by a train?
Well, a train is coming by right at this moment. Yes.
You should have screamed like and then hung up, and we all thought you died. It would have been great. No, bro. I think that would be cool though, because it'd be chaotic with Lesnar. That's why I like the idea of it to be like chaotic. Like, Daniel Bryan's starting to get the best of Roman Reigns. Then out of nowhere, like, Brock Lesnar slides in the ring and just throws Daniel Bryan, German suplexes him like into the turnbuckle. Like, it would be crazy chaotic.
I think WWE needs to make room for Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, either against Daniel Bryan, either against John Cena, or either against Brock Lesnar.
Or Triple H. I'll take that. The Rock.
Yeah. Also, JD, I think you need to come out with another shirt that says, "Who scripts this shit? Who scripts this garbage?"
That's coming, dude. I just gotta get a design worked on.
I really
Who scripts this fucking garbage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone can wear it to Raw when they pay money to go see it. It'll be unbelievable.
Big Show, dude, I had perfect promotion, dude. I'm like, everybody should go buy my new T-shirt. Get off my TV hashtag with the Big Show on the fucking TV, and then lo and behold, Big Show fucking comes out. That was perfect placement on my Twitter.
I thought about that, and I also thought about it because Gavin, my 6-year-old, was like, "Daddy, where's Big Show been? I haven't seen him in a long time." and I'm telling you, literally, like, it was during the segment. And then, and he was like, "There he is!" And I was like, "Oh boy." And then I thought of the T-shirt, just get off my TV. And then when he said whatever he said, like, you can all just kiss my, not gonna get me in trouble. Like, oh, just kill me. Just shoot me in the face.
But yeah, you guys are awesome, man. I love listening to both of y'all stuff, and y'all have a good night, okay?
Hey, man, thanks.
You too, man. Thank you.
Fucking great call, man. Listen, I've been product placementing you guys for the last few minutes here. I'm drinking my Kill Cliff. I'm full of product placements. This is Kill Cliff. I do want to thank the guys from Kill Cliff for partnering with me 2 years ago now. It's been 2 years that I've been partnered with Kill Cliff. You guys know you can buy the cases of Kill Cliff, and soon the individual cans from me. You just, when you get them, put them in the fridge, do whatever you want. It's a recovery drink for workouts. If you don't know me, I don't really like energy drinks because, I don't know, I'm older now, so the syrupiness and the sugar and shit, I don't do it. But this is like a refreshing drink. It's for when you get done with your workouts, like an energy bar, things like that. And it's a drink that's made for that. It's Kill Cliff, and it's available on my website, joecronenshow.com. So go to my website, joecronenshow.com. All the flavors are on there. A portion of it goes to Army vets and things like that, too, so that's cool. It's Kill Cliff, and it's on joecronenshow.com. Thank you to everybody who's been buying them over years. Also, thank you so much to Seth Rollins, who has sent me promotional tweets in the past for Kill Cliff, because Seth Rollins is a partner with Kill Cliff as well, and I'm looking to be promoting it with Seth Rollins and Kill Cliff when they're in Boston next year, so I'm really excited to hang out with Seth Rollins and Kill Cliff, and it's going to be a blast. So I wanted to announce that here for next year. It's going to be fucking awesome. Hopefully Seth's leg won't be broken, and we'll hang out. Look, there's the Kill Cliff with his money in the bank. It's unbelievable. So anyway, wanted to get that plug in as I continue to drink this. Old-time listeners of my show know that. New people might not know what the fuck this is, but
that's try me some of that shit, man. I've never had that before.
I'm gonna send you some too. But it's the best name ever, right? Like Kill Cliff. I was like, what the fuck is that? Sounds horrific. Anybody who's Cliff wants, like, that's horrible for anybody named Cliff. Yeah, there's like a lime. There's a new grape one. This is blood orange. It's just fucking awesome, man. It's for your workouts. Athletes are drinking it everywhere now.
It's healthier than that energy drink shit, right?
Oh yeah, dude. It's 15 calories.
Okay, good.
It's not even close. It's like a health bar, except for it tastes good. It's just, dude, I don't know what it is. It's like a soda, but it's not heavy, so it's refreshing. Like, I usually don't like this shit. And honestly, if I didn't like it, I would probably say, Kill Cliff, you might fucking love it. I don't, but go check it out. But I fucking love this shit, dude. My former co-hosts, who are assholes now, but they fucking loved it so much that they wanted me to mail them it all the time. So that it is awesome. When they were visiting me, they loved it. And so did a bunch of other people. But anyway, guys, click that like button. Do us a favor, joecronenshow.com. Pro Wrestling Tees. You talk about JD's t-shirts? ProWrestlingTees.com. Look us up in the podcast and YouTube section for wrestling shows. Joe Cronin Show's on there. JD from New York with his Off the Script is on there as well. Fucking phenomenal artwork on his channel, on his t-shirts. Grab my hashtag Fact One. Grab his Off the Script one. Grab his fucking Get Off My TV shirt. Have a package. Make a big deal. When you get our t-shirts, by the way, make sure you tweet us the pictures of you wearing them and shit, and tweet at Pro Wrestling Tees. Just give us some shameless promotion and shit. One guy tweeted me a photo of him wearing my shirt with no underwear on, with no pants. It was
one
amazing.
guy just tweeted me. He was wearing the original Off the Script shirt as he went into a live event in Inglewood, California for WWE, and he was in front row, and Alberto Del Rio was in the background posing with the United States Championship belt, and he was there standing with the Off the Script t-shirt. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome, man. And make signs when you go to the shows that say JD from New York and Joe Cronin Show. We'll tweet the shit out of those and put them up on our show when we see them. So
I gotta mention, dude, 216 people watching. This show is growing little by little each and every week. I'm very happy about that.
Hey man, we love you guys for this. You guys are big time supporters. We hit 280 tonight. The stats are kind of fucked up in the live thing, but we hit 280 people in here tonight. The show is growing. Every week it's getting bigger and bigger. Make sure you subscribe to JD's channel if you haven't seen his, JD from NY206. And right here on my show, Joe Cronin Show. And a lot of my gaming stuff is coming out now. It's going to continue, but over on Spectrum Gaming 617, so go check that out. Also, we're done with the plugs. This is the last plug for me. And then I'll see if JD wants anything, and then we'll do some more wrestling talk, I guess. Check it out. Like it's a Dalek from Doctor Who. It's Wolverine. It's a Dalek. A Dalek. I said Dalek.
It sounded like you said garlic.
I got a Boston accent. I don't know how the
So do
fuck.
I.
No, you got a fake accent.
A fake accent?
Yeah, you got a fake accent.
You're from fucking Haverhill. You're born in Haverhill.
Well, check it out. I got the new Kylo Ren pop figure. It's up on terrific.
And right now, I am under a lot of stress. I am going under a lot of horrible things in my life that nobody in this room could even fathom.
Whoa. What's going on? What's going on here?
They have no clue, no idea, no perspective. They don't know me in real life. They don't know me on the streets. They don't know what's going on in my life. So the bottom line is you can judge me, you can hate me, you can kill me, you can thrill me. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I got to do to survive because nobody in this room is paying my bills. Nobody in this room is paying my rent. Nobody in this room is doing a goddamn...
I don't know. Okay, Sean, the God just called us.
Is this live?
Yeah, this is. Well, we're live. I don't know what he was.
I know
that was
we're
taped.
live.
It's greater than JD. Drop the McLove, you guys. Not so much JD the jiggle.
Drop the mic. The MJ. Hey, thanks for the donation.
Is Sean's view here?
I don't think he's really here. I think that was.
Why is
that was his ghost that just showed up.
This is Sean O'Connor here in the Skype call. What the fuck's going on?
I don't know. Somebody took his name. I guess I don't know. It's unbelievable. Well, thank you for the donation, Mike MJ. Rather, thank you very much. You donate $5, you become a shit bum. I gotta get my. We gotta get the Don over here. Long time listener, big time, long time. The Don, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Great. Drinking Kill Cliff.
Yeah. I gotta ask you guys a question that is probably obvious to some people it's not. Do you think WWE is trying to force Daniel Bryan to retire?
They're making it seem like that. Which, if he's coming back at the Rumble, they're doing a damn good job of making us think that they're fucking him over again. But if he doesn't show up,
if he doesn't come back in the Rumble, he's done.
That's scary. You're right.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I hope that this is not true. That I hope he really does come back because WWE needs him right now.
They really need him, and even if he comes back, it's kind of like, man, you know, what's he gonna provide? Is he gonna stay healthy? I mean, who cares? I just want to see him back once. You know, get him back at WrestleMania, and maybe they don't even know how long he can go for. You know, because how injury prone is he gonna be if he does come back?
Dude, that's the same with anybody that comes back. I mean, everybody's gonna be fucking eyes wide open when Seth Rollins comes back. Is he gonna fucking blow his knee out again? Anything can happen. Sami Zayn just got his fucking reconstructive shoulder surgery. Is he gonna fucking blow his shoulder out again? Every time he lifts his hands up in the fucking entrance, I think he's gonna pop something out.
Yeah, because it slipped out kind of bizarre against Cena, right? It was like weird, wasn't it?
Yeah. Happened on the staircase going into the ring, and he finished the fucking match. I don't know how.
I think it was just adrenaline and being tensed up. I mean, he's about to wrestle Cena. He's on the main show.
In Montreal.
I mean, in Montreal, you're right. I mean, I not that I can compare to that, but I can say that I've had moments when I've been in front of a live audience for something somewhat big, and I've almost fucking killed myself because of how stressed and scared I was. So I could see you doing that. So you know what I mean? I would practice for 3 hours in a wrestling place. I would do hockey. I would do all kinds of stuff. And one time when I had to wrestle my first show, I was wrestling in New Hampshire, and there was like 150 people there, and I was ready to go, and I started shaking in the back and getting nervous. And as I got to the ring, I was like jelly. But I'd done this a million times in my backyard and in front of people, but it was my first match, and I was literally falling apart, and I got bad cramps. The first time I ran off the ropes, I started getting bad lockup cramps. And it was all from this stress. So that's probably what happened. He strained himself.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, that's the only thing I can compare it to. It's only happened a couple times in my life, but one time I was supposed to do stand-up at a place, and I freaked, and I had to crap. I think I might have lost 10 pounds, like right before I went on the stage.
And people in the chat, Sin Cara did not botch his shoulder. Fucking, he hit hard.
What?
Yeah, that looked painful.
It was crazy. Like it was. Yeah, Leo was pregnant. You should have seen what came out of me. You don't need colon cleanse. You just got to think a family member is going to die. It's unbelievable. What else you got, Donnie boy? What's up?
Like I got another theory. If Roman Reigns ever became champion and Seth Rollins never got injured, can you possibly think? And then Daniel Bryan did came back at the Rumble. Would it be possible if you see Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins for the championship?
Dude, oh, I'd love to see
No,
Seth
Roman
Rollins,
Reigns
but-
was supposed to take the title from Seth Rollins at Survivor Series, so we would have seen Roman Reigns as champion anyway.
Oh man.
Or they would have just had Reigns win the title at WrestleMania, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Still,
Like
I think my Dean
WWE
Ambrose idea would have been best, but what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, I
I
wanted
would
to
have built
see
the whole
Dean.
Rumble around Dean Ambrose winning the Rumble, going on to fight Roman Reigns as a face versus heel. But again, I only sit here with Joe and fucking bullshit WWE.
They're playing it way too safe, I think, to do it, you know? To do that. They're so... They don't
Jones,
know.
you actually reported that fucking Roman Reigns, WWE wants Roman Reigns to fucking break CM Punk's streak of fucking WWE title days. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's a little fucking out there. You must really hate the motherfucker if you want Roman Reigns to break the fucking streak.
I don't see that happening for a while.
If that happens, I'll probably...
He's drunk in the fucking chat, dude. Kalisto to win the Royal Rumble 2016. What the fuck is he talking about?
Are we sure that's really him? You know, I mean, someone didn't make an account? Because, yeah, let me click on him. Let me see. Nope, that's him. 82,000. No, that's him. He's fucking crazy. Sean, why don't you call up, you bastard? You freaking bastard. How do you block people in real life, says Joey Zapata.
You greasy ass.
You greasy ass. Mo fuck boy. That was the...
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Stone Cold MJ is talking, bitch. I hope you guys buy a lot of whores with my money. Asian glow kapow kapow.
Look at the emojis he's putting up. That's unbelievable, MJ. MJ's figured out how to use the emojis on the donation thing.
Sean is calling me. Sean, call the show so Joe can put you on his end.
Christ, Sean. You know, I got you on my Skype. Yeah, call me, Sean. I got you on my Skype.
Call Joe, Sean.
Joe, I gotta ask you one more question.
All right,
before I go. Like, where does WWE go from here? You have Roman Reigns as champion, and after if he beats Sheamus and puts him as referee next week, who does he face? Where does this all go? Because I'm getting tired of watching this. I really want to click off and be done with it. It's getting to that point.
Yeah, wait a minute. I missed the first part of that. I heard Sheamus. Who's going to face Sheamus?
Where does Roman Reigns go from here? Who does he face? They haven't built anybody else besides him.
Oh, I got you.
I can't see Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt was the Wyatt family, and he's doing a feud with the Dudleys and Tommy Dreamer. I don't see.
Hey guys, this is Heather, and wrestling is fake, fucker.
Heather, you got a naughty mouth. I like that.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but she was...
What the fuck is going on right now?
I don't know. Somebody called in. I put them on to... Usually I put them on and they don't say anything because they know they're not being talked to. But Heather wanted to tell us that wrestling was fake.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Tell
we
you
didn't
what.
fucking know that already.
I'm going to go... Oh, God. I'm going to go back and rewind that Heather's call, and I'm going to play that over and over again and jerk off to it. Man, did you hear her voice? Man, you guys, wrestling is fake. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, really?
Heather, baby, I'll show you what isn't fake. Anyway, it's unbelievable. Hopefully she's 18, because if she is, I'm going to ask Leah if we can get a pass.
Sean just messaged me. He said he's calling the show, so if you see him, call.
Okay, what's the area code that he's calling from? Because I don't see...
I have no fucking idea.
Are you calling from the 803? All right. I thought I had him in here. I have multiple numbers of his in here, but maybe I don't have that one. Sean, you calling from 803? You fuck? They deliver from the pizza.
Whatever Rhode Island is, man. I don't know.
No, I know Rhode Island. It's not usually. Maybe it is. No, that's 803. It's I don't know. I was right near him for the fan fest, and I was like, you should come down here, and he never did.
I don't think he likes to make public appearances.
I think he's afraid to go out. I think he's I really believe that he's afraid someone's gonna he's gonna
I think
get...
the only place I've ever seen him vlog was to fucking McDonald's or Wendy's or some shit like that.
Really? He's afraid people are gonna start attacking him or hitting him. I think if he went out, because I mean, when I go out, a few people recognize me and start talking to me and stuff. But if he went out, I think he'd get the same thing. I think even people who might bust his balls wouldn't be like, I'm gonna kill you. They'd be like, hey, fucking Sean's View. You know, they'd be like, oh, we like you now. You know, that's what would happen. So I encourage him. He should go out there. But Sean, call up, you prick. What the hell? Give us a call. Because now we're waiting for you. Damn it. We got the Dawn on here, too. Heather's probably under 18, you Jared Fogle fucks. I don't know. She called my show. Fuck her. I don't care. Heather's back to playing Poke-a-Fag. Jesus. Hey, I play Pokemon. I sell the cards on terrifictradingcards.com. Oh, man.
Gotta love this guy's name in the chat. Fuck you with my logo.
Fuck you.
His icon.
And Heather, add me on Facebook. You can show me your tits as Random Chance Z in the chat.
Oh, God.
All right, let's take a call. Maybe this is Sean's View. 770. What's up?
How you doing, Joe Cronin?
Hey, what's up, man?
Remember me? Sean Allen?
How you doing, Sean? Yeah, I remember you.
Does he sound Chinese?
Right. Hey, I got a question, right?
Sure.
Where's the buzzer?
When I found, you know what? When
Who is
I
the
found
fucking
out,
buzzer?
She's a bang. I'm the buzzer tonight. Jesus, three. The
Is
fuck?
this the Joe Cronin show by chance?
It sure is.
Awesome. I've been trying to call you guys for days now. Each time you guys are doing a show, I try and call in, and I always get the voicemail.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Who's this?
Yeah, it's Austin.
This is Dylan. Yeah. Yeah,
316.
I just had someone tweet me. One of my subs, Nathan, just tweeted me saying he's been trying to call him for 40 minutes now.
Oh, Nathan.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, Raw was shit. I wish they would go back to the CM Punk days. Those were the good ones.
Well,
but he's gone.
I think
What are you gonna do?
I kind of disagree. See, I think when CM Punk was doing his thing, we hated it then too, but we were happy that at least CM Punk was speaking. You know, CM Punk was, speaking for us in a way. So we were happy with that. So we still weren't happy, but at least he was entertaining. But now it's just goddamn, it's atrocious.
Here is my card right here, Brian. This is it. Does it look deformed? Does it look like I can't use it? Oh, there's the circumcision scar right there. There it is. Oh, there it is. I'm showing you right now, Brian, you stupid son of a bitch. There it is. Show the whole thing. Do you think I'm scared? Do you know who the hell I am? Do you know who you're messing with, Brian? You cannot stop me. You get all the video responses. You get all the people behind you. You want to talk about my cock? You want to say I was deformed, disfigured? It looks fine to me, Brian. It looks fine to me.
Oh my God, this show is aptly named out of nowhere for a reason.
It's great. I don't know what's happening, dude. You got the best area code though. 316. You got the damn 316, son.
Thank you. I heard rumors about Stone Cold coming to WrestleMania in wrestling. Is that true?
Well, we heard those for a while, and it really appears that's not happening. But what I can tell you is happening. We have the real Sean's View on the phone now, not that fucking other guy.
Yeah, I've been watching the podcast or whatever. Yeah.
No, I mean we really got the real Sean's View. Sean, what's up?
Business is about to pick up.
Oh, there he is. You believe this? This cocksucker is calling up, playing your fucking shit all night. You know that?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here, but there's a lot of facades and fakeness going on, and I don't really appreciate it all that well.
Yeah, I don't know. You mean the chat?
Yeah, well, no, not only in the chat room, but I mean, I'll tell you, swear to God, probably over the last, week, there's been over 100 accounts made faking to be me, not only on YouTube, but on Facebook, on Twitter, and now I don't know how they're even calling into your show acting like me playing videos. Yeah, it's getting pretty cool now.
It is.
One of our subs, Wrestling Hobo, wants you to unblock him from your YouTube channel.
Wrestling Hobo. Well, I'm sure he's done a lot of hobo-ish things on my channel. So
yeah. One day.
There you go. There you got it, Wrestling Hobo. I tried.
Yeah, he apparently I heard a rumor that he went on Etsy and had this guy who makes custom beanie hats stitch your face into a beanie hat. Then he slept on the porch where he sleeps usually because he's homeless with your beanie hat.
Is that by chance or is that rumored? Or?
No, he's got a photo of him sleeping with a beanie and it's your face on it. And I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh, well, that's probably the sexiest thing I've heard all year.
Yeah, so you got to add him back now because he's homeless, but he had enough money to scrounge up to pay someone on Etsy to make a beanie hat with your face on.
My face on it.
I've always wanted to ask this. What happened to the Hurricane? You guys remember him? The guy who dressed up as the superhero?
Shane Helms. He's in where is he right now? He's in
Well, I'll tell you what happened to him. A tornado came through. That's what happened.
No, wasn't he that announcer Justin something? But he got fired or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Justin
well
Roberts?
Yeah,
Wasn't that him?
That guy got fired. No, Shane Helms was Hurricane Helms.
Oh, okay. Does that Justin guy look? He was about the same size as the Hurricane.
No,
Same
yeah.
haircut, and it's like, yeah.
No, yeah. I think that he's in. It's Gregory Helms or Gregory Shane now. I'm pretty sure he was in TNA, and then,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he's.
You guys know this? Roman Reigns had a brother, or still has a brother, but he was part of the Hurricane tag team. You guys didn't know that?
What? No, I didn't know that. Who?
Yeah, he had an older brother that looks exactly like him.
Okay, I'm totally losing it.
Yeah.
That guy went.
Sean's view.
That guy went crazy. I don't know what just happened, but anyway, Sean.
Hey guys, I got the best concept, and I want you to let me know if this sounds good because this is a new segment I'm adding. Flip the damn script.
Flip the damn script.
Yeah, Joe, say it.
Well, you flip the damn script, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you, Sean. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna massage the damn script. That's what I'm gonna do on my show. You do off the script. It's a completely different thing. Flip the script. Yes, it's innovative. It's definitely entertaining. It's innovative. It's unbelievable. But
Sean,
I'm gonna do massage the
How many new
script.
shows do you come up with each and every week? Like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Well, I come up with them and then they drop right off the radar. So if it doesn't get over, I just cancel it and start up something new. So sooner or later, something's going to catch on.
Yeah, you're like the TBS or something. You're like, let's try another one. And then just fuck, it's canceled. It's over. I do the same thing on my channel a little bit too. I got to admit. I start doing something, man, I get sidetracked and it fucking goes away. I don't blame you.
I mean, the only reason I try to come up with all these different things because this is my job, and if I don't make videos, I don't get paid, so that's not good. So that's why I come up with every damn thing in the book I can, and then it's like, oh, well, that didn't work. Well, next, on to the next thing now.
Yeah, hey, I don't blame you. You know what I think you should do? I got a new idea for you. Whoever you get a bunch of action figures off eBay or whatever, you get some fans to send you action figures, whatever the fuck you want to do, and whoever you think performed the worst on Raw, and I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you this free thing. I should do this on my channel because this would eventually blow up, but I'm giving this to you right now, and I want you to remember that if you hit like 1 million subs, Sean, you would do me a favor by having me on your channel, buddy, and I really would like to ask you to have me and JD or me on your channel. I would really appreciate that. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this, and you can run with it. Whoever you think performed the worst on Raw, you get a shelf full of action figures behind you, right? And you're like, okay, tonight fucking John Cena was awful. You go grab whoever it was, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, fucking Adam Rose. You go grab Adam Rose's figure off the thing, and you set it on fire, or you beat the shit. You beat the fucking shit out of it with a hammer, right? And you mutilate the fucking thing. And so on every one of your Raw recaps or whatever you do, yeah, you go and pick that out and you do that at the end of the video. I tell you what, that fucking thing takes off.
I may want to buy about 18 of the same wrestler though if that happens.
Well, it's great. Every time you kill it, then you go, well, now we got to order a new fucking, we're going to need another Cena.
Joe, unmute the donation, says MJ Smith. Someone just donated over $10.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. The donations are muted. Hold on, we got to fucking... Well, $10 I think is the largest donation of the night.
Sean, you got to do something that is a regular thing each and every week, so people can follow along.
Yeah.
I know, so they can catch on. No, I know, and like I say, it's not as easy as it sounds, though. It really is. It's tough. It's not as easy as people think.
Well, it's gonna get even harder with the kid, man. I'll tell you, man. I'm fucking screwed.
Oh, you ain't lying. I mean, my uploads have already come down to a trickle. I'll tell you, it is. It's tough. It's really tough.
Oh, Sports Kingdom wants to ask Sean's View a question. Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube, of course, approaching 100,000 subscribers. He writes, Sean...
Hey guys, Heather is a fucking whore that invented cake farting. She bends over and spreads her ass, and Joe, Jerry, and MJ fucks her stupid ass until frosting comes out her nose. Drop the microphone, kapow, 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 shots fired.
Holy shit, MJ. Well, thank you for the donation, MJ. But Sean says, I only have one question, or Sports Kingdom to Sean. Who came up with better ingredients, better pizza? That's what he says. I think he's referring to your pizza deliveries.
You know what? I get Domino's, I get Pizza Hut, I get everyone. I don't know. People find my address, and I'll tell you what, this happens maybe twice a month, and they order a bunch of pizzas to my house. And that gets old after a while because they order everything I don't like on it, anchovies, mushrooms, the whole 9 yards, and I'm all set.
Yeah, and they're calling the pizza place. Yeah, can you come on it too? Like, why would you
I
want
probably
that?
could, and I'll send it back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wonder. Well, at least those guys get free pizza because I know when I used to work at the pizza places, shit like that happened. We got to take the pizza home usually. So it's
yeah.
great.
Well, I hope somebody eats it because I'm sure they're not paying for anchovies and mushrooms. I'll tell you that.
You know, I like mushrooms, but I'm not down with anchovies. Sean, what do you think about Vince McMahon doing the arrested angle for like the millionth time? What do you think about that?
The arrested angle. Well, you know, I know it's rehashing, but here's the thing: it's not rehashed because we have a whole new audience nowadays. Obviously, a lot of kids watching, so it's new to the new kids. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're doing this again, and listen, you know, we can talk about, they've done this with Austin. You know, well, they've done this in WCW. They've done this in TNA. You know, you got to look at it from a standpoint of how many different things can you come up with before repeating yourself. I mean, how many movies do we see remakes of nowadays because they're running out of ideas? Now, we can come on here and, you know, and we can criticize the creative team, which they deserve to be criticized. But there comes a point where you're going to rehash something. So, you know what? If this is going to be what it takes to get Roman Reigns over, then that's what it's going to take. And the bottom line is the rating for this week's show was once again up with Roman Reigns infant in the first hour. So that shows that Roman Reigns is drawing to a certain standard.
Wow.
So, and I think
Vince,
they're onto something.
I think Vince is
true,
drawing.
I think Vince is drawing, not Roman Reigns.
I think Vince is drawing.
Yeah.
I think if Vince isn't there, they're fucked.
But it takes two, though. I mean, yeah, Vince McMahon is definitely drawing. There's no doubt. I'm not saying he is not, because every time that guy's on, there's eyes on the prize. But what I'm saying is, you need someone to fuel the fire, and Roman Reigns is that fire.
Well, my point in this would be replace Roman Reigns with anybody, and Vince is still doing the same thing. I think the ratings are up the same exact way. I think the Roman Reigns could be interchangeable with anybody.
I mean, I just think that Roman Reigns does not get the kind of credit he deserves. I think it's very. I think there's a lot of hot critics about Roman Reigns. I mean, the guy has improved in the last year. He really has.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, Sean. Here's a question for you. And being that we are where we are with WWE programming right now, who do you see logically winning the Royal Rumble, and what do you see going into WrestleMania for the World Championship?
Well, I mean, like I said, there's been about 4 or 5 different matches rumored for WrestleMania. And right now they're saying that Triple H versus Roman Reigns is going to be at Royal Rumble, and then The Rock versus Triple H is going to be at WrestleMania. So I don't even know where the hell to go with this, because I thought Roman Reigns was going to face Triple H at WrestleMania, but now they're saying no, that's going to happen at the Royal Rumble. So I thought Triple H was going to win the Rumble to face Reigns at WrestleMania. So I don't, you know, this is somewhere where at least we don't know. We can't pinpoint one guy and say he's winning for sure. Like everyone's saying, well, John Cena's going to win. Well, we don't know that. This year is actually going to be unpredictable because we don't know. We really don't.
Right, and I do too. You're right. It is very unpredictable, and that's, I think, the intrigue is. We're pissed off and complaining, but we're still intrigued because we don't know what the hell is going to happen. So you're right.
Do you see Daniel Bryan coming back in the Royal Rumble?
I mean, I hope he does, but I don't know. I mean, you talk about, there's reports of freaking GFW on it, wanting to, get him in TNA, and because she's getting. I mean, it's to the point where, like I say, he could be fooling us. Daniel Bryan could be fooling us and putting, putting up a smoke screen, thinking that he's not going to return. Then he makes a shocking comeback. But then again, you look at it as, here they are building up Roman Reigns. Do you really think they're going to have Daniel Bryan come in and take Roman Reigns, his momentum away from him? I don't know. Just now would not be the time for Daniel Bryan to come. I don't know. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, well, in your opinion, someone asked about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you think Stone Cold Steve Austin makes an appearance and or wrestles at WrestleMania?
Well, they're saying that, I mean, as far as wrestling, they're saying that Austin's going to have a segment on Miz TV at WrestleMania. That's what they're saying.
With Miz TV, so he can stun the Miz, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much what will happen out of that segment, unless they have someone else come down. Like, maybe by that time, who knows, maybe Hulk Hogan will be back on good terms, and he can come back.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. I mean, I'd love to see just Stone Cold there because of where it is, but there is a little part of me that's disappointed. If he's at all capable of having any kind of match, you know, I really would have liked it. But I know that according to him, it sounds like he'd only be willing to come back for an unbelievably epic type of thing. And whether it's him,
how much more epic can you get than 100,000 people inside the the stadium? How much more epic can you get? I mean, you'll never. I don't think you in our lifetime will see over 100,000. I mean, we might, but it'd be kind of tough to not get 100,000 people into another stadium again. I don't know.
I agree on that. I don't know what the fuck he wants. 100,000 people and a possible Brock Lesnar match. What else the fuck you want?
Right.
And the funny thing about this whole thing is, I know how Austin, he doesn't want to risk his neck and all that being paralyzed, but Stone Cold right now is in the best shape of his life. He has never looked any better than he does right now, and I'm talking better than the Attitude Era. He's got the guy is in phenomenal shape. I don't know why he can't just come back for that one more match, because he can do it. I mean, the guy, he's probably in better shape than half the roster is. I mean, and that's the truth.
I mean, I'm not sure if he's in better shape than he was then, but he's in really good shape. I mean, even on Tough Enough, the last time I really saw him running around a ring, I was like, man, he could get in there and have a match with somebody. So, yeah, you're right. I'd love to see that right now. And good night, Leah. She's wearing a Finn Balor t-shirt. Sean, what do you think about Finn Balor? Are you watching NXT and all this stuff?
Yeah, I catch all the major events. I mean, I don't get to watch the show weekly as much. I mean, I probably catch maybe three out of the month. But so now they're talking about him in the main roster and how, his body might be broken down by the time he gets to the main roster, but he wants to stay at NXT anyways. But the problem now is how good is he going to be once he makes it to the main roster? Because the guy's already wrestled, years and years before he even made it to NXT. But I'm a fan of his, and I think he's, if like I said, it's just sad because you look at all these great talents in NXT, and like you say, they come to the main roster and they get, just demoted, and they just get, buried, and they don't get used, or they become a joke. And it's sad that NXT should just be its own. I mean, it is its own brand, but they should just keep it its own brand and don't even have guys come up. Just make that almost, WWE's competition, and that's what they should do if they're gonna, really level out the playing field, in my opinion.
Yeah, leave it the way it is. I think that's what it is right now, and I like that. I want to take a second here before we continue real quick to acknowledge some of these donations that we've gotten. These poor people that have donated, and we have kept going on because we obviously have Sean's View Entertainment on the phone, and we want to speak to him. The MJ, he says, Kapow, hey, Joe and JD, this slut is calling again. Answer and rape this hoe like we all want you to. Thank you, MJ. Mr. Prime 8 donated $1. He said, top 3 of 2015. This is his top 3. He says, Ludwig, Sasha Banks, R-Truth versus Stardust.
Wow, that's great.
He wants Sports Kingdom wants Sean to have bagel bites, and I appreciate you guys for donating. Donate $5 and become a shit bum. We'd appreciate that. If anybody wants to speak to Sean's View, we'll take a call. We'll take one phone call, and maybe you can ask Sean's View a question. It'll be very interesting.
Bagel bites, huh? Bagel bites or pizza rolls?
I would go pizza rolls to me.
Me too.
Remember, Adrian?
I'll go Subway.
Oh, oh man, really? With the never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. Adrian Lopez. I was going Jaron Fogle. Adrian, what's up, man? I don't know if you want to have a question for us or for Sean or what's going on.
I have a question for 3 of you.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Not too much. How about you?
I'm doing great. What's up, JD and Joe?
What's up, man?
You got the 3 big boys here. We're gonna kick some ass. It's unbelievable. You get the 3 of us in an arena.
Yeah, I got a question for Sean. I know you did a video on the Roman Reigns staring down John Cena, and now that we've seen that, are you speculating a possible John Cena winning the Royal Rumble match and going to WrestleMania to face Roman Reigns?
Well, realistically looking at it, I mean, we can talk about Daniel Bryan should be in the main event, but when you're looking at, when push comes to shove, when you're looking at a money match and a match that's going to draw, when you're talking about the IWC, YWC, we're kind of in the minority. When you're talking about the WWE Universe, you're talking about millions upon millions of fans. And the money match, whether people want to agree or not, would be Roman Reigns versus John Cena. Now, here's the thing. They could escalate that and make it, if the creative team is actually working and they're not going through the motions, they could make this build up and be just as good as Austin Rock, Austin McMahon. They could make this good. maybe it wouldn't be as good because of the creative team, but if they could build this up, and it could be something huge, they could make something big out of this. But if they're just going to go through the motions and just say, okay, well, we're going to have John Cena versus Roman Reigns, and then that's it, and they're just going to book on the fly, well, then it's going to be absolute crap. But they have the WWE has an opportunity to take something that's nothing and build it up more than it's ever been. So, in my opinion, if I were in the WWE, I would book that match just on the fact alone that you got the passing of the torch of John Cena to Roman Reigns. And the new report is that Vince McMahon is actually favoring Roman Reigns over John Cena right now. So that tells you where the company is right now.
Wow.
Joe, you got to read that fucking donation message from John Cena.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pull it up right now. This should be good. Okay, let's see. Okay, where is this fucking thing? This is going to be good, right? Oh, my God. All right, so John Cena donated $1.13, says, I fake wrestled Heather's mom last night, and she didn't kick out at 2. Tell her father that wrestling is fake, but this dick is real. Your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. Oh, man. Oh, my God, man. That's fucking... That is ugly.
You have some very unique listeners into this show, I'll tell you that.
Dude, we have the most messed up listeners in the whole entire
Hey, Joe.
world. And, yes.
One last question before I go. And
Sure.
What are your thoughts on this whole Finn Balor situation that's going on right now?
Well, you mean like with him? You think like as far as him going up to the main roster, or his actual storyline in NXT? Right
Well, because like right now I've been reading some dirt sheets on the internet about him now being 34 years old and stuff, and then he's always putting a hell of a show every night, every NXT event they have.
Well, I mean, I thought you might have been referring to him saying that it would be a demotion to go to the main roster because he recently made those comments. So, I mean, but no, he's a little guy, but what he does, he'll be okay. This guy's going to be able to go for a while.
He doesn't wrestle every fucking show that they put on.
Yeah, and he's not showing signs of stopping or anything like that. I mean, you usually a big guy you're worried about, like, you know what I mean? Like big, that's the kind of question for like big, Mark Henry and Big Show. I'm not worried at all about Finn Balor. As far as that goes, I'm worried about Heather's fucking mom with John Cena. You know what I mean? I'm worried about that. I'm more concerned.
Sean's View Entertainment's theme song.
My dick like plow. All right, sorry.
Hey, Joe, thanks for taking my call.
All right, Adrian, man, thanks for calling up. We really appreciate that. And everybody who wants to call, make sure you subscribe. JD from NY206, Joe Cronin right here, Joe Cronin Show, and of course, Sean's View Entertainment, Sean's View ENT on YouTube. He's about to hit 100,000. JD, are you on your way to 40,000 yet? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I'm 36,000 in. I'm on 36.4 now.
Unbelievable. 36,000.
My Monday Night Raw review gained me like fucking 230 subs.
Epic.
Crazy.
It was a big one, boy. Sean's View is going to get that silver fucking play button from YouTube soon, so make sure you get over there.
I can't wait for that. That's what this whole thing's all about. I want to get to that because I think I deserve it after all the time I put into this YouTube thing. I mean, hours and hours a day. So I think I deserve it.
I think you're gonna be there soon. I think
How
you
many
do.
videos you make yesterday, man? You made like fucking 8 videos yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, I think about 8 or 9.
Well, that's where
and that makes up for all the other days that I didn't make videos.
Yeah, you got that right. I fucking love it, man. I love this YouTube shit. We get to have a blast on here and talk about wrestling, go into shit, go crazy, have a blast. Now, Sean, I really believe how's everything going, man? Your channel's doing better. You think you got kickstarted a little more? I think the three of us should all get tickets to like an event because we're all around the same area, whether it's in like Rhode Island or Boston or New York or somewhere. We should all just go to the event together, and we'd probably blow people's minds out front. We'd all just freak people out.
I think that would probably be bigger than the event itself of whatever we go to.
I think we should do that. I'm not joking, and I'll pay for, you know what I mean? I'll help pay for the tickets. You know, we'll go at it. We're gonna do it the next time they're around here, man.
Yeah, we also rent a hotel room and fucking blow up that place.
Yeah, man. I'll get away. We'll get Malia to watch my kids, and you get your girl to watch yours, and JD don't have to worry about that. And we'll have a hotel party. We'll go crazy. We'll stream the hotel party. And like the night after, the night before, it'll be crazy. And forget it, you know what I mean?
And then all three of us at the same time go on YouTube, do a live stream. Oh boy, forget about it. We'd definitely be doing big numbers then.
Yeah, we would do. We do Guns N' Roses that hotel room too. You know what I mean? We'll break the mirrors. We'll fucking go through the vodka.
We'll break the walls down.
Yeah. Fozzie! Are you ready? Oh man! Oh my God! Well, Sean, man, thanks for joining us tonight, man. You got anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
No, I think everyone knows who I am by this time, and if they don't, they've been living under a cave, I guess, or under a rock. So, but no, it's always good coming into the show, and we'll have this again. And I just want to say that did you guys appreciate the fact that John Cena came back, or did you think it was just the same rubbish, or what? I thought it was refreshing, actually.
I'll tell you mine real quick because I already said it a bunch, but I think that you can see I have to give it to Cena that he's so good at it, what he does, that it was a little bit, it wasn't, I don't know if it was refreshing, but it was like, yeah, he knows how to do this. I don't like what he does, but at least he knows what he's doing, and I don't know why he's able to do what he does, but it drove me nuts when he sucked up to the crowd and he got all stupid.
Bitch. I'm
that
not
pissed
done.
me
Your
off.
tits are fake like my Bella side, bitch. Your mom wants that headboard Steiner. I'll bury you under these nuts like I bury the mid-card. Make a wish, Heather. Your time is up. My time is now.
Make a wish, Heather.
I'll tell you what, Sean, about John Cena. I got all the fucking the remnants of Bruce Blitz fucking fans coming to my channel, because every time I start actually saying something about Cena and that I appreciate the work he's done, especially with the U.S. title, and him coming back, and I thought it was great on Monday, and the energy in the crowd was there. Everybody's like, "Oh, fuck you, John Cena sucks dick. You're a fucking you sucked Cena's cock."
I know what that's like.
Bro, listen.
I'm giving the man his fucking due. What's the fucking problem?
I won't give him his due because I think that fucking Monday Night Raw was horse shit. I think, Jay-Z's from Brooklyn, blah, blah, blah. Fucking the New York Jets are from here, or the New York Nets, or I don't fucking, I can't stand that shit. I think the beginning of his statement was corny. I think sucking off the crowd was corny. A little fucking kid threw his t-shirt back at him. Cena threw his t-shirt out in the crowd. Somebody threw it back at him. And then they zoomed off of that so we didn't see it. But we heard the reaction from the crowd cheering kind of loudly. It was because someone threw a shirt back at him.
Well, like John Cena said, the crowd has more balls than Del Rio, and that's the truth.
Yeah, but, again, I just think it was...
Slongs is worried about the Mega Powers tag team of JCS and JD. I'm agoraphobic, that's why I know come out. It's really me now. And if they use JD idea of full push Ambrose and Reigns, it'll be IC Warrior and World Hogan all over again.
Oh, really? Oh, you think so?
I have to look. That's going too far. I don't know about that.
This is going into another territory we don't even know of right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Sean. I mean, we talked a lot about wrestling. We talked a lot about statuses. What do you think? And I want to do this because you cover a lot of WWE and stuff. How much do you get into, say, like a TNA or an ROH or those type of things? Do you get into that stuff at all, or do you just focus all on WWE at this point?
Well, I'm going to be serious. I mean, I've tried to get into TNA. I'm going to try to get into it when it goes on freaking Pop TV or whatever the hell the network's on. And I tried. There was like a few weeks when it switched about 5 different nights already. And I'm like, all right, well maybe now I'll give it a chance. And then it's just like, I don't know. It's funny because we can talk about how horrible the WWE is, but then TNA will have a show that's probably just as good, but then they'll have a show that's horrible. So it's like, where do you go? What do you do? I mean, primarily, obviously, my channel's dictated towards WWE because even when WCW was around, I would always watch Raw over Nitro. I would never switch channels. I would always stay on Raw. And I like the WWE. you know, and obviously there's a lot of criticism toward it right now, and it's far from perfect. But that's what I do. I do WWE, and you know what? There's Lucha Underground and ROH, but I just, and even it's funny though, because wrestling right now, you know, I'm more intrigued. Like Vince Russo says, you know, you got to build up the show with storylines instead of match after match after match. But yet you watch ROH, and that's all it is match after match after match. Yet WWE is doing the same thing. It's like you want more story. If there's one thing I could say about WWE for 2016, the only thing I want them to do is give me a reason to tune in next week. Because right now I'm just watching out of habit and because it's my job. And you know, I never thought I'd say that. I'm only watching WWE right now because it's my job. If I don't produce videos, I don't make money. So that's the reason, and I don't want to have to say that, but that's the truth.
Sean, I want to say that, you know, I think that's many of us feel the same way. We wouldn't be watching it if this wasn't our job. No doubt about it. I would have stopped this thing. And I also want to say, Sean, that you brought up Vince Russo a second ago. And while we were doing this show tonight, I just kind of extended Vince a link to the show. I don't know if we're going to get connection tonight, you know, because of, you know, where we are in the world right now and with our internet connections. But I believe that we may be able to get Vince on here and get some of his opinions on what's been going on
Tonight?
Yes, tonight. But and
I'll fucking stay up for that shit.
Well, you could stay up all night. I believe we've been here we've gone way over the time that we normally go for this show. But I do want to mention that
I'm going to tweet it out to him now too. I'm going to say, bro, listen.
Well, Vince, Vince?
Bro.
Vince is here with us. Vince, how you doing?
Let me tell you something, bro.
Bro, I'm right over here. You don't need to bro me. I'm sitting right. Hey, Joe, I got to tell you something.
Yes.
The last time I heard this many F-bombs, I think I was living in Long Island about 25 years ago, bro.
You were living right near JD, to be honest.
Bro, a lot of F-bombs on this show, huh, Joe?
Yeah, we're not the nicest. We're definitely mature audiences.
Vince,
no
let me
doubt
tell you, let me say something real quick. The Jim Ross podcast you did with him was fantastic.
First of all, bro, what's your name? JD, is it?
Yeah.
JD, why you're a New Yorker through and through? From one paisan to another. I'm sure you're a paisan, correct?
Yes, I am, sir. Sicilian.
Why in God's name are you wearing an Atlanta Brave hat, bro?
Here it comes.
Are you kidding me?
Here it comes.
I mean, seriously, bro, listen, I lived in Atlanta for 8 years, and it was the worst experience in my life. Why are you wearing an Atlanta Brave hat?
You know why, Vince? Because everybody I knew grew up a Yankees fan, and I was a big David Justice guy when he got brought up with the Braves, and I never stopped.
All right, I get it, but David Justice is long gone, brother.
He's hanging on.
But then they had Maddox, and I grew on to Maddox and Smoltz. And,
Madonna, me, the Atlanta
and then when
Braves.
Glavine left for the Mets, bro, I was fucking done.
Vince, listen, he hasn't seen Star Wars. He's an Atlanta Braves fan. I don't know what's going on.
Bro, I used to go to that stadium, and those rednecks used to start that ridiculous chop.
Oh.
And I swear I wanted to fight each and every one of them.
They're really into it. That's the weirdest thing. It's bizarre when you see them all doing it in unison.
It's ridiculous. Hey, Joe, you know what I wanted to point out that I still can't get a kick out of, and nobody has really pointed this out.
Yeah.
I was just listening to you. You know, I mean, I was watching you for a couple minutes. I didn't know how to get on here to talk, so I was just watching it, and I was being very entertained. And listen, man, I never saw so much cheap heat on a wrestling show than I saw this past Monday. But here was the ridiculous thing, bro. Like, I just found this extremely comical. Sasha Banks comes out, and, now it's her turn to get the cheap heat, right?
Right.
So they're in Brooklyn, where I was born, as a matter of fact, and she puts on her New England Patriot hat cap to get the cheap heat, right?
Right.
Did anybody watch the football game the day before where the Jets actually beat the Patriots?
Right.
So the fact that Sasha Baron was putting on a New England Patriot hat the day after the Jets drummed them, there was really no heat there to begin with.
Agree. I think it was one of those things where it's almost like they were like, "I'm going to wear the Patriots hat," or when we beat them.
Will you all just agree
and then
with
they
me
don't.
in getting rid of that?
I got to turn the donations down.
But who's this girl that keeps coming on with the $1.23? What's going on over there,
Vince?
bro?
Those are our live donations.
Bro, this guy's still wearing the Atlanta hat over here, though. You're not getting, bro, I'm telling you right now, Joe, you're not getting any donations with this guy wearing an Atlanta Brave hat. I'm certainly not donating.
We all
hats, Vince. I have all Braves hats.
Well, put it on backwards then. Do something.
Yeah, for the one time that Vince will allow, I think a backwards hat.
Bro, this is a New Yorker wearing the hat of a Southern redneck team. I don't believe what I'm seeing with my own eyes.
And I'm right in the Bronx, Vince. Right in the Bronx.
Bro, do you know my oldest son? This is no joke now. My oldest son lives in Atlanta, and I will not even go there to visit him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Graham is freaking out in Atlanta right now. Graham's a big Vince Russo guy. You've just killed him. He's like, oh, he hates my hometown. That's what. But you know what though? This is the first thing I said when I met JD. I said, "What are you doing? You're not from Atlanta. I'm so confused right now. I don't understand it." So you're right, Vince. I'm there with you. I don't understand it. I was hoping me and JD were gonna have like a rivalry. You know what I mean? I expected like he's had the Yankees hat.
Listen, Joe, you're from Boston, right?
Right.
There's no East Coast South rivalry. There's no rivalry, bro. We won that contest a long time ago before you and I were even born.
Right.
So let's not put the South and the East Coast on the same playing field, please.
Right. No, you got that. You're right about that. But still, that Yankees logo and that Boston hat, they would have clashed, and we didn't get that opportunity. And you're not even a Yankees fan, though. You're a Giants guy, right?
Yeah, but I'm a Giants guy because my father grew up on the New York Giants, and when they moved out west in '58, he remained a loyal Giant fan. That's why I'm a Giant fan.
Now, the last time I talked to you, you were about to release the China second interview, and I was excited as hell to listen to this thing, and it was unbelievable. And Vince, like this stuff that you have on the website is unbelievably entertaining. Every time I listen to the bucket full of chicken necks, any of those ones that you do, I immediately can't wait to get home because I listen in my car on my phone, and I don't listen to you unless I'm on my computer on the website. So that's when I get to listen to you on there. You had China on. People have been asking me, like, what's the next thing for Vince? Who's the next person he's having on? How do I sign up? You're on VinceRussoBrand.com. Who's your next big wrestler, big interview that you're going to have?
Man, I got to tell you, I was very surprised, and this was a good thing, Joe. And, Joe, let me tell you this first. First of all, bro, let me tell you, and I'm just going to give a cheap plug here if you don't mind, since I'm calling you at 12 o'clock at night over here from Colorado.
You got to give you that.
You can join the brand. Tomorrow's the last day, bro, where I'm actually going less than $1 a week. So it's like $3.95 a month. You go to VinceRussoBrand.com and you put in the code word brand. And, you don't got to go in for a long-term commitment or anything like that. You could drop out at any time. But, bro, I did a chicken necks today that you will love because I absolutely buried my entire family on their choice of my Christmas gifts, bro. Buried them in order of the way they should be buried. The Christmas gifts I get from my own freaking family.
Vince, did someone get you a Kevin Owens action figure?
Oh, Kevin, listen, hey, Jerry, JD, whatever they call you over there, don't start with the Kevin Owens, please. I got my hands full with these NXT Nimrods and the Kevin Owens tweets and the Kevin Owens hate. Please, with this Kevin Owens already, for crying out loud.
I love Kevin. I do.
The only reason why I mentioned it because it was hilarious how everybody came at you after the fucking Jim Ross podcast thing. I'm like, come on, man, it's his opinion.
Oh, bro, these people are absolutely ridiculous. And listen, people forget, bro. Here's what people forget, JD. I worked with Vince McMahon. I was attached to Vince's hip for the good part of 5 years. Okay, trust me when I tell you it will benefit the career of Kevin Owens to be in better shape. Right. That's all I was trying to say. That's it. That's all I was trying to say in a nutshell. Knowing Vince like the back of my hand, if Kevin Owens worked a little harder and got in a little I'm not going to say get in better shape. The guy's in shape. I'm not going to say he's not in shape. If he lost some weight, it would benefit his career as somebody who knows Vince McMahon. That's all I tried to say, bro.
Vince, don't you think that maybe when you're on the indies and when you're wrestling like Kevin Owens was, that at a certain point you keep yourself in shape, but you kind of don't care as much anymore because it's been a long time, and you let himself go a little bit as far as that goes. But when you would think once he gets actually signed by the WWE that he says to himself, well, damn, I'm going to get in. I am going to do something now.
Joe, I wasn't exaggerating. Listen, man, I was around these guys for a long time, bro. Bro, there are two things that wrestlers do. They wrestle and they work out. I mean, that's literally what they do. When they're not wrestling, they're in the gym. Right. So you would think, for a guy that's been on the indie scene for 15 years, whatever his story is, you would think by the time he's finally up to the show, the guy wants to be in tip-top shape and is going to do everything he possibly can to get there. Right. And to suggest something that simple and then get attacked by these ignorant imbeciles, it's just unbelievable to me.
No, there's people who blindly support him. There's people who blindly don't like him. I remember Dustin Starr, a wrestler who wrestled in Global Force Wrestling recently. He was on our show. I was on his show. He is very obsessed with his physique, with his training, with what he takes to get himself in shape. He's got multiple deals with like protein shakes and things like that, and he absolutely hates Kevin Owens. He's disgusted by him and embarrassed by him. But I said to him, well, you're right. Maybe he could do this, but when he performs in the ring and entertains me, it doesn't bother me as much. But you think knowing Vince McMahon, that this is a hindrance, even though he's gotten the Intercontinental title.
Well, Joe, Vince taught me this. Okay, this line came directly from Vince McMahon's mouth to me. And Vince taught me many, many years ago. This is what he said to me.
Yeah.
Vince, if you want to be a star, you have to look like a star. When Kevin Owens comes out of the entrance, I don't see a star. It's like it's that simple. I don't say I hate the guy. I don't say I want him to lose his job. I want him to get fired. I've not said any of that. I've said when the guy comes out, I do not see a star. You can go back and look at the Attitude Era, and whoever's music hit, whoever came out of that entranceway, they looked like stars. They looked like they belonged. They looked like they were larger than life. He comes out, I just don't see a star. That's me.
Yeah. Well,
what about what he does in the ring, though? Obviously, what he does in the ring has to speak volumes, no?
No, Jerry, it doesn't, because in my opinion, they're sending, and a lot of this is creative. You got on Kevin Owens doesn't write the show. I'm trying to make people understand that when I talk, a lot of it is creatively. They're sending so many mixed messages with this guy's character. Every week he's something else. So therefore, the wrestling style really isn't fitting, because we don't know who this guy is. Now, I will say this, since he's lost the Intercontinental title, they've done a tremendous job with him. I love the Kevin Owens the last 2 weeks. If they can stay consistent with that guy, I really, really believe it's going to help him. But they got to stay consistent with the direction.
Yeah, and I agree too. They got to keep everything consistent because they go back and forth on everything so much. They're confusing everybody, in my opinion, and in many different aspects.
Well, Joe, you know what the simplest example is? This is why, listen, Joe, I'm a fact guy. Yes, I give my opinion, but I back my opinion up with fact. But here's the simplest way to break it down and understand what I'm saying. It was about 4 weeks ago. Dean Ambrose throws a Pepsi and a popcorn in Ambrose's face. Not Ambrose, in Owens' face, and Owen does absolutely nothing.
Right.
Okay? 3 weeks later, Owens is in the ring. Here comes Dean Ambrose like a bat out of hell, and what does Owens do? He meets him in the runway head on. That's inconsistency, bro. That there isn't a better model or example of inconsistency than that. And that has really hindered him from getting over to his capacity. And like I said, bro, that's not on Owens. Owens doesn't write the show. The only thing I said about Kevin Owens was I think it would benefit him to I don't want to say get in better shape. He's not out of shape, to drop some weight. I think that would benefit him.
Yeah, make his physical appearance more believable when he comes out. And you're right, it adds to the element. It builds that believability in your mind. Everything does, I think. You know, like you said, what he looks like, how he acts, what he does, the consistency of the character, all those things add up to build somebody that I believe in, that I can invest in weekly, instead of some of the pieces missing every week, seemingly. And why they had two, in my opinion, two of the better talkers. People, when you look at their promos before WWE, have just unbelievable ability to speak. Their biggest thing going, I think that was the Go Home show. Their biggest thing was a popcorn and a Coke in the face. You know, I mean, I don't understand. Like 5-year-old stuff at the movies.
No, I mean, I don't get it, bro. You know, I try to analyze it all the time to really try to understand what is going on there. And I just, you know, bro, I end every Monday night and I just scratch my head. I don't listen. I understand Vince is 70 years old and he's not the same guy. I totally get that.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm the same damn guy I've always been.
Bro, does it surprise you? Let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
Does it surprise? This kind of surprises me a little bit. You, bro, we all know how vain Vince McMahon is, and we still know he's obviously still in the gym 7 days a week, working out like a lunatic. Does it surprise any of you that he hasn't gotten any work done to his face? I mean, I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm saying seriously that, you know, this is a guy with a tremendous ego. And I mean, he looks like a 70-year-old man. Listen, freaking, I'm a huge Kiss fan. Gene Simmons had a facelift, for crying out loud. Does it not surprise you guys that he doesn't try to look a little bit more, you know, younger? And there are ways to get that done these days?
You know, I am a little bit, I mean, I guess I'm not surprised, to be honest. I felt like he's just, I think Vince, and I don't know him as like you know him, you know, that's the thing, but I feel like he thinks he's Vince McMahon. He's the man. He comes out, he looks a little bit thinner than he has before, I think. If anything, he would maybe be lifting weights again, because his suits, he just looks a little bit more tighter now. But you're right, his face, he does look a little bit older, and plastic surgery for Vince McMahon, you know, I don't see him doing that. I would be a little bit surprised if I found out that Vince McMahon was getting some kind of plastic surgery or alteration to him, and maybe he's not there yet. Maybe it will.
Well, you know what it is, Joe? I'll be honest with you. He's a man's man, and I think that's why he doesn't do it. To be honest with you, I think he kind of looks at it like you know, women do that. That's how Vince is. Vince is a man's man. But I got to tell you, bro, as somebody that, you know, just worked with him, and keep in mind, bro, I worked with the guy when he was 55 years old. So, you know, I'm about to turn 55. So, you know, he was a lot younger. But it kind of pains me a little bit when he comes out as 70 and he tries to be the guy that he was at 55, but even at 55, he was still intimidating. There's just not too much intimidating, you know, about a 70-year-old man, because it doesn't matter who you are. If you're 70, I mean, you're just not going to be intimidating too many people.
Yeah, unless he
comes out. This is what I said on my channel. I'm like, I don't understand why. I understand why, but I don't like and appreciate the fact that WWE has to rely on Vince McMahon, him looking as old as he does, you know, trying to generate a buzz on Monday Night Raw because they can't get anybody over.
Right.
It all adds to what I've been saying for weeks.
No, I mean, JD, you're dead on. They and JD, here's why they can't get anybody over. And this is, like I said, guys, this is what drives me crazy, because I work there. I work with Vince. I know he knows and understands everything that I'm saying, because let's face it, 99.9% of what I'm talking about, I learned from him. So, like, I know he knows what I'm talking about. But part of the problem, guys, is you're not going to get anybody on the roster over when you're swapping wins and losses every week.
Right.
You're not going to get any. Ziggler beats the guy with the selfie pole. The next week, the guy with the selfie pole beats Ziggler. They wrestle a third week, Ziggler wins. The next week, the guy with the selfie pole wins. That's what they constantly do.
Well,
you're not going to get anybody over that way.
Well, speaking
they got
What about Vince? What about the Wyatt family being eliminated on Monday Night Raw a few weeks back by Tommy Dreamer single-handedly in that 16-man match?
Exactly. Well, look what they did. Taker and Kane beat the Wyatt family. So let's give them their win back the following night against DCW. That's what they do. Nobody's going to get over.
Yeah. Well, Vince, here's another thing I'm a little bit upset about, and maybe this is not on the level of those matches, but I'm a little bit pissed off about this. Listen, Tyler Breeze, I like Tyler Breeze. I kind of enjoyed what he was doing with Summer Rae. And Summer Rae, every time they pair her with somebody, it blows up within a month. You get this feeling that she's with this guy, and listen, this is a spoiler for anybody who's watching SmackDown, so I mean, please, turn off if you don't want to hear this spoiler. But coming up on SmackDown, and this is the only spoiler I'll talk about, is apparently Summer Rae is disbanding from Tyler Breeze. She's leaving Tyler Breeze. Now, recently she's just left Rusev after joining him for a second. And then right before that, she was with Fandango. And then she left him, too. It's just every time they put her with someone, I liked the little VIP thing and Tyler Breeze coming down with the selfie stick and the selfie cam and doing that whole thing. And now she's already gone from him after she just got there. That didn't bother me. How did you feel about Tyler Breeze, in that gimmick that he's got?
Well, bro, listen, I got to be honest with you, Joe. This is part of the overall problem. The minute Tyler Breeze comes on and JBL, one of their announcers, literally has the balls to start comparing Tyler Breeze to Shawn Michaels, bro, from that point on, I hate this guy. Do not put this guy and Shawn Michaels in the same sentence, in the same paragraph, on the same page, in the same book. Like the minute JBL did that, he set this guy for example. And now let's go back a couple of months, bro. Let's go back to the Ascension, comparing themselves to LOD and Axe and Smash.
Instant Burial.
Bro, you know what's going on here?
There's the tag team name.
Bro, let me tell you what's going on here behind the scenes.
Yeah.
This is exactly what's going on. Triple H has convinced himself he's the new Paul Heyman. He's got the new ECW. He's the cool kid on the block. He's got the entire internet wrestling community putting over this NXT like it's the next best thing since sliced bread. Meanwhile, all it is jobber match after jobber match after jobber match. But everybody is convinced this is the in thing. They get 500 drunk students, in the Full Sail University that are chanting "This is awesome."
Wait,
all of a sudden, let me finish. Okay. So all of a sudden, Triple H buys into all this. Okay. In the meanwhile, what he's trying to do is show the world this NXT over here is me. This has my name on it. This WWE over here sucks because Vince McMahon is in charge here, not me. So what's Vince doing now? Every time somebody from NXT goes to the big stage, on Vince McMahon's dime, nobody is getting freaking over because that's Vince's way of telling his son-in-law your NXT idea might be great for the internet and might be great for the smart marks, but it's never going to work on the big stage.
Yeah, but Vince, I fully agree with what you're saying, and I get where you're coming from, but you cannot look at a Finn Balor, you can't look at a Bayley, you can't look at an Apollo Crews and his physique. I know Vince is drooling all over the way that guy looks. I just know it. And a Baron Corbin, you can't take those guys and tell me that Vince is not going to want to have fun with them on the main roster because
he's not going to, JD, because to Vince, it's not about the work. It's not about the work with Vince. It's not about the match with Vince. Vince doesn't care how great a worker Finn Balor is. Vince built his empire on WrestleMania. Go back and look at the characters on the WrestleMania 1 card.
Right.
That's Vince McMahon is P.T. Barnum. He wants the lights. He wants the camera, the action, the personalities that are larger than life, the storylines, the soap opera. That's Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but Vince, they're not giving us any of that. What they're doing on Monday Night Raw is giving you Roman Reigns and saying fuck you to everybody else on the roster. 3 hours of trying to build Roman Reigns and get him over. And meanwhile, they got so much talent on the roster, the mid-card is pretty much non-existent. It's 2.5 hours of trash and then 30 minutes of Roman Reigns and getting him over.
Bro, why are we dropping F-bombs over here?
Yeah, we got to be careful. Ted DiBiase's coming on the show next week, and he's a pastor.
Yeah, clean up your act, JD. And listen, I hope now you start getting a ton of hate mail because you just ripped Roman Reigns.
Oh, don't worry. That's already happened.
I don't know if I'm not getting much hate. Remember when I made that I made that Roman Reigns song, and then Mick Foley said to take it easy on him? But then Mick Foley ripped him the week after.
I apologize for the F-bombs, but right. You get where I'm coming from.
Have you noticed the show is cleaned up since Vince got here? Because
very nice. That's very nice, show. I appreciate that.
Well, we let.
Hey, I like Roman Reigns. Yeah. I'm not ashamed to say that. I think the guy's got the look. You cannot blame the guy for the way he's been booked. You cannot blame the guy for the horrible promos that have been put in his mouth. That's Roman Reigns is doing what he's being told to do. Now, there has to come a point where, you know, guys like him have to stand up and say, you know what, the creative sucks. How about we try it this way? That point has to come. But, I mean, up until this point, between his creative and the dialogue and the verbiage they've given him, that's killed Roman Reigns. It hasn't been anything on his part as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we'll find out who gets the hate mail after this one. I'm pretty sure of it. But, my thing with that, Vince, with the NXT talk and everything is I'm in my own little world with it. Like, I don't care. I understand that Vince, and it takes it a whole different way because once they get up there, it's over. But I'm entertained when I get to watch an NXT takeover. I think the NXT takeovers have been very entertaining, and I'm somewhere in the middle, by the way. I think you have on one side all of us talking about how great NXT is because the matches are a lot of fun, and maybe the crowd makes them even funner than they really are, and makes the whole thing a lot better than it is. Like the crowd puts it over before it ever really should have gotten over anyway. But on the main roster, things are just so terrible. So I'm looking for something in the middle. That's why, the Attitude Era is my favorite era. I grew up, watching WrestleMania 4 and 5 were the first ones I saw as a kid, and I enjoyed that whole time, and it got a little bit stale, and then I blew the Attitude Era, I blew up, and I loved it at that point. But right now, it's like, we're stuck. You either have one thing or the other. You have the abomination that is Monday Night Raw, or you have NXT, which is, like you said, everyone's just cheering for everything. It's all wrestling, and it doesn't even have to have a storyline. Doesn't have to be creative as far as anything goes other than the wrestling. So you have one or the other, but there's that middle that we're missing.
Joe, you hit the nail on the head. What you just said, it's the middle that's missing. This is the scenario that I just laid this out the other day, Joe, and it's exactly what you just said. I look at it as there are two bookends. One bookend is, and listen, bro, there's no adult that can sit there and tell me when you sit there and watch Monday Night Raw for 3 hours, it is written on such an elementary and childish level, it's absolutely ridiculous. Bro, listen, I'm serious. It's written for preteens. The show is literally written for 6-year-old to 12-year-olds. Literally.
Right.
Listen to everything said on the show. So, Joe, you got the bookends. To your far left, you got the kids, and you got the parents that are bringing the kids to the show. To the extreme right, you've got the internet wrestling community, the smart marks, the everybody that loves the matches and loves Finn Balor and loves NXT. You are missing the entire middle, and that middle is all the casual fans that tuned in during the Attitude Era when it was a male-orientated soap opera.
Right.
They're gone. That entire the biggest piece of the pie is gone. By catering to your two smallest audiences, your kids and their parents, and the internet wrestling community, by catering to them, you've lost the entire meat of what brought you those numbers during the Attitude Era. And this is really what it comes down to, Joe. It's real simple. You have a 70-year-old man that is completely out of touch to what's happening today, social media, pop culture, movies, television, entertainment. He's 70 years old. Any 70-year-old would be out of touch. That's not a pick on Vince McMahon, but you got a 70-year-old man that's calling the shots, and everybody is writing a product that they think Vince will like, that they think will pop Vince. The only problem with that is your audience does not consist of 70-year-old males. So at the end of the day, the only one that's being entertained is Vince, and the rest of us are sitting back here every Monday saying, are you freaking kidding us with this crap? But yet nobody in the entire company has the balls to take the nutsack in the hand and have a one-on-one with Vince McMahon for the good of his own company and basically tell him what I just said in fear of losing their job. So nothing is going to change until Vince McMahon is no longer on this planet.
Right. And I agree with everything you said. And JD, I want to give you. I know we got to get out of here. We extended ourselves tonight quite a bit. We had Sean's view, man. We had the Vince Russo, which was just amazing. I'm glad you stopped by, Vince. It definitely added a boost to the show at the end here. And JD, is there anything else you wanted to ask Vince before?
Yeah, two things actually. Vince, how would you have booked Roman Reigns coming out of the Survivor Series?
Bro,
my thing was I was incensed about making Roman Reigns a heel and having Dean Ambrose be that Daniel Bryan type, fighting the Authority, overcoming the Authority, going into the Royal Rumble. Triple H gives him number one in the Rumble. He overcomes that. He wins the Rumble, goes on to fight Reigns as a face versus a heel at WrestleMania 32. That was my idea. How come Vince McMahon didn't want Roman Reigns in that role? And why is he so incensed on pushing Roman Reigns, in my opinion, too soon to overtake John Cena's spot when I don't think John Cena is ready to give up anything yet?
I'll tell you this, JD. Again, I go on the Vince McMahon that I know. Vince's plan all along was Roman Reigns is going to be our white bread babyface. He's going to be the next John Cena. And by God, no matter how long it takes, Vince is going to make sure that happens. That's how Vince McMahon is. So he had a plan for Reigns a long time ago. Let's face it, bro. It took a sharp left at the Royal Rumble last year in Philadelphia. Now, if I'm booking, bro, and Reigns wins that Rumble, and the fans reacted to him the way they did in Philadelphia, all the freaking referees have the headsets. I would have buzzed the referee on the headset, and I would have told him, go tell Reigns to flip off the crowd and tell them to go F themselves. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I would have done. And right then and there, Roman Reigns would have probably been the biggest heel in the territory. But Vince is from the old school, JD, of I'm going to feed it to you, and you're going to eat it, and you're going to like it, whether you like it or not. And that's been his plan with Roman Reigns all along.
And one final thing, Joe. Where do you see, with the way WWE is headed towards Monday Night Raw next week with Vince, the special guest referee, Sheamus, Reigns, where do you see WWE going into the Royal Rumble? Who do you see winning the Royal Rumble, and where do you see Roman Reigns fitting into WrestleMania? Just based off your knowledge.
You asked Joe that, right?
No, that was for you, Vince.
Oh, that was for me. Yeah. Well, listen, JD, I look at it real simply. I mean, I really do. I mean, I always start with logic and the basics. Bro, who's the best? who's the one guy on that roster that, I mean, I think it's fair to say the only guy in his league is John Cena. Who's that guy?
Who compared to John Cena?
Yeah, it's Lesnar and Cena. That's it. They're on their own level. Everybody else is below that. So it's got to be Brock Lesnar. You've got to go with the most believable guy and the most, headliner name and the guy, you got to go with the big freaking hitter. So if it's me, I'm going with, Brock Lesnar. Again, bro, I don't have privy to what the contract is, how many appearances he's willing to do. I don't know any of that stuff. I just know that the guy is the biggest name and the biggest star on the roster. So you have to go with him if you want to build your ratings back up.
Hey, man, I agree. And I think that if you do Lesnar at the Rumble, you make him the most dominant performance in the Royal Rumble that we've ever seen. You got Lesnar chucking people over the top rope, all that kind of stuff. And it would be awesome if they did do it that way. And then you put Lesnar against Roman Reigns. Honestly, my feeling, I want to see, I wish Daniel Bryan was there because I want to see Daniel Bryan versus Reigns because I think that will generate the most emotion from the crowd and from the fans. However, if you do Daniel Bryan, for all the people out there telling me Daniel Bryan Reigns, first of all, we don't know if Daniel Bryan's going to be there. Second of all, if you put Daniel Bryan against Reigns, that makes Reigns the heel, and that's what Vince doesn't want. So, you don't do that. I can't see them doing that because of that. The name of the show tonight, is Outta Nowhere. This is our 10th episode every Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. And we certainly were out of nowhere tonight with Sean's View showing up, with Vince Russo joining us with great insight. Vince does a lot of work on WrestlingInc.com. Want to give a shout out to WrestlingInc.com. Nuclear Heat is what Vince Russo does after Raw on their program, and that's a really good deal. Go check that out. Go make sure you tweet Rajiri and everybody over at WrestlingInc.com. They've always done me really well over there. I appreciate everything they've done for me, especially promoting when I had DDP on a little while back when he was on Shark Tank. I want to let everybody, Ted DiBiase is going to be on the show in the next couple weeks or so look for that as well. So we got to clean up our act because the preacher's coming on. But I can't wait to talk to Ted, though. It's going to be fun. But Vince, as far as you go, you had a hell of a teaser for us. On VinceRussoBrand.com, guys, go sign up. I'm actually going to be doing a video where I sign up for VinceRussoBrand.com. I'm going to videotape myself going on, signing up, and showing you what the site's all about. It's going to be awesome. What you teased us about these bad Christmas presents. Is there anything more you can tease about this? What was one of them, or what was the situation?
No, I'll just make it clear to you. I publicly buried my oldest son, Will. He's 28 years old. I buried him worse than I could ever bury Owens. Fight, whatever they call him. Listen, I'll be honest. I don't know if he's going to talk to me anymore after this, but I always say, listen, I wear honesty on my sleeve. I deal with the consequences later, and I just had to get some things off my chest. And Joe, I got to bring you on the show soon. You got to come on, bro.
Oh.
Is your schedule a little open now that we're going into the new year?
It will be a little bit open. If I get a heads up, I can make time. I'll figure it out, and I'll get on your show because I absolutely want to be on that show.
Well, I will definitely DM you, and we'll work it out because I'd love to have you on the show.
All right, Vince. Hey,
I'm not bringing JD on the show until he gets rid of that ridiculous hat.
And he cleans
up. Nobody's coming on my show with an Atlanta Brave hat. Nobody.
Joe, I guess I'm gonna have to invest in a Boston Red Sox hat or something. I won't wear a Yankees hat. I refuse to.
It's I gotta say it's dangerous for me to wear the Patriots hat. People really get angry at me, so I gotta be careful. I've lost subs over Patriots hat. I'm not kidding. They're like, "Oh, Joe, you're a Patriots fan? Forget this. Unsub. That's it." You're cheated on the show. You cheated on. They hate it. The deflated ball texts are getting old. But whatever, man. We got rings. Now I know what it's like for all those Yankees fans that I always complained about all those years. But man, thank you so much, Vince. I appreciate it. We'll check out your channel, and I'll be doing that video soon. And I will come on any point you DM me. We're good. And it was great to have you tonight.
Thanks a lot, guys. It was an honor and a pleasure. And have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, Vince.
Vince, thank you very much, man.
And we'll clean up JD's mouth so he can be on your show. How about that? You like how I step back? Like I don't do any of that. Like this is all him. It's all Atlanta Braves guy. Unbelievable. So you talk about out of nowhere tonight, right? I mean, we had some big swingers tonight.
That's crazy, man. That's awesome.
I'm so glad I tweeted him.
I let my mouth and my emotions get the best of me then when he was on, man. I forgot.
Okay, man.
I forgot who I was talking to.
You know, and I got to be careful too, but I do feel bad when I go off. Sometimes I with my mouth, but I don't feel bad because that's my deal. That's what I do, and I'm gonna, Vince Russo, he just said it himself, and I should have said this when he was on the air with us, but he said he was being real with his son, and that's all he could do. Well, I'm pretty vulgar, and I'm real when I'm on the show. And listen, I grew up with the Attitude Era, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And I grew up without a father, for Christ. So I'm always swearing. I'm always doing things. And listen, I went to church for a long time, and then I prayed for my dad not to die, and then he died, and I just kind of got sour to the whole thing. I got to be honest. But maybe Ted DiBiase can bring me back to the light, bring me back to God, bring me back to all that stuff when he comes on our show next week. It's going to be quite an epic thing. Guys, thank you all for joining us tonight for this 10th episode of Outta Nowhere, guys. I'm on my way to 23,000 subscribers on YouTube, over 10 million views. You guys can catch me at Top Rope Promotions, Fall River, Massachusetts. We're touring all over the place. Big shout out to Biff Busick, who got signed by WWE. Big shout out to Teddy Goods and to the Kingdom, Mike Bennett. I know you're probably watching at some point, Mike, and don't get too cocky. That's all I get to say, Mike Bennett. And everybody else, thank you for watching. Click the like button, subscribe, and check out JD's channel as well. JD from NY206. Subscribe to him on YouTube. And I know you're subscribed to me on YouTube right now because you got to do it. We have craziness that happens on the show, including Vince Russo stopping by randomly. And go check out vincerussobrand.com. Sign up. It's like less than a cup of coffee a month. vincerussobrand.com, the Realm Network. It's unbelievable. JD, got any closing statements before we get out of here?
I don't know, man. I'm just I'm very pleased with the show. I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank Vince for randomly coming on like that. That was freaking awesome. I'm sorry. I gotta watch my mouth now. I don't know if he's still watching.
You can't go on his show. This is all right.
It was awesome, and I want to thank him. And that was just great, man. I'm just pleased with what's going on with the show.
Yeah, man, I had a great night tonight, and to have Vince on, a guy that I looked up to, and when I was a kid, obviously I went the radio route. I wanted to be a radio guy, not as much a writer, but there was a time when I wanted to be a writer, and I knew who Vince Russo was. I knew he was running the show, and it is trippy to be able to talk to somebody like that who you didn't just idolize Stone Cold, you really did idolize Vince Russo. And
someone in the chat gave me some recommendations for some new hats, man. I can't wear a Braves hat anymore.
You gotta get ready. You gotta become you're a Boston Red Sox fan now, JD. All right, you're
I
right.
won't wear a Yankees cap. No, I'll tell you that right now.
Wear that Red Sox hat. We'll do that. I'll send you a Red Sox hat. How about that?
Shit.
All right, well, screw it. All right. Thank you guys. It's Outta Nowhere, episode 10. Follow me on Twitter at Joe Crone Show and at JD from NY206. We'll see you later. It's time to drink some Kill Cliff like Seth Rollins does.
You're listening to Outta Nowhere.
Well, damn it, my name is Vince McMahon, and you know something? Damn it, we're gonna get Roman Reigns over. We're gonna get Roman Reigns so over that he sells more T-shirts than Ford sells cars. And you know something? I think we're gonna get him over. We're gonna get Brock Lesnar. He's gonna eliminate everyone in the Rumble. He's gonna be the first one to ever eliminate 29 other men all by himself. And then Roman Reigns is gonna beat Brock Lesnar. That's right.
You're listening to the Outta Nowhere Wrestling Podcast. Brought to you by Wrestle Crate, WrestleCrate.com.
Well, damn it, Stone Cold Steve Austin says, subscribe or drink a damn beer, son.